Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
An important matchup in the South 7 Conference today between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans. Good afternoon from Sprayfield and Centralia. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll dissect this one about to happen between the Rams, 2-2 in the South 7, and the Orphans, who are 3-1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Lake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Lake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Lake College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show here from Centralia. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Orphans in a South 7 Conference matchup, crucial matchup, as the Orphans are tied atop the conference with the Outtop Crusaders at 3-1. Rams to the game back at 2-2, and this one, of course, always important for the conference race for geographic bragging rights as well.
Well, I've got some bad news for you. This game is always going to be close, and the loser of this game probably can say goodbye to any hopeful conference championship hopes in 2014.
There we go.
How's that?
Landers Collision Centers, big or small, Landers 6 to them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Ask about free premium detailing for the life of your car. Next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. And, of course, the Rams come in 10-9-1 overall. The Orphans are just 6-7. And you take a look at these two teams, and both of these teams, obviously, the Orphans a little bit more returning experience from guys that feel like they've been around for the better part of a decade. The Rams a little bit younger team. It's kind of a baptism by fire to open this season. but certainly found some experience along the way, played some tough teams over the weekend, and now coming to this conference matchup probably a little bit better prepared than that.
Well, I think, Centralia's side on that first base dugout, they have to be remembering last year, 3 absolute classics last year played between these teams in the 2 regular season games in the regional final. And, Centralia was a hit here, a field play here, away from maybe beating Mount Vernon 2 out of 3 times last year. And the Orphans, obviously, like everybody else in the South 7, ready to dethrone the defending conference champs anytime they get an opportunity. Of course, bragging rights, these kids have played against each other since they were pups, and they're continuing this. And for the seniors, you get 2 more shots at least, maybe 1 more in both seasons. So every opportunity this year as a senior, you really want to win this one, obviously, for them.
Well, both of these teams feed into the Mount Vernon Regional. It'll be taking place the last week in May. And, you take a look at the fact that on May 13th, these 2 teams will have to get together again in Mount Vernon. Beautiful day we have in store for you today. The field here at Spray looks immaculate out here in the park just off of Airport Road, Centralia. If you're looking for the Lady Rams and Annies, you can find that on our sister station, Wiley, the Big 1210 at 98.7, also at Wiley1210.com. Rams Baseball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll take a look at your Page Insurance batting orders in just a moment. Probably can go ahead and get that out of the way as we meet the Mount Vernon Rams. Courtesy of Page Insurance. Log on to pageinsurance.net or call for a health quote at 242-7000.
Leading off is shortstop, Ryan Campbell. Batting second at second, Reed Millwood. Batting third and catching, Thomas Weber. Batting fourth at first base, Jake Pike. Batting fifth, the designated hitter is Braden Smith. For Brock Fulkerson, who's the starting pitcher today. Derek Hayes in the 6th hole, batting at third base. Batting 7th in center, Blake Jones. Batting 8th and left, Zach Brookman. And batting 9th, right fielder Connor Story for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
There you go, Page Insurance. Call for a health quote, 242-7000, or log on to pageinsurance.net. Of course, a beautiful sunny day here in Centralia. As we're a little early, both teams finished up their infields, a 4:30 scheduled start time if you're just joining us. Probably get started right about that time, as I do not see any umpires here as of yet, but, oh my, there's a bounce right there.
Yeah, ugly hat, but it's okay.
Polish power.
I wonder if I can get him a new hat.
He might.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still follows us on Twitter, but everybody else should.
I bet he does.
Sports.
Yeah.
We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. You can find a full scoreboard later tonight at WMIXsports.com. Of course, we talked about some of the epic matchups these 2 teams have had, and it seems like every year, except for 2012, a collision course to meet in the postseason. Whereas a couple of times those have been for regional championships. We've even had a sectional semifinal matchup between those 2 teams back in 2010. And this year, who knows what may happen, but the important thing today, as we told you, Althoff and the Orphans are tied at the top of the conference at 3-1. The Rams are 2-2. I believe Marion and Carbondale, I think, are also 2-2 with Cahokia around the 0-4 mark in conference play. So when you take a look at everybody in the conference, it's certainly a jumbled mess. And for the Mount Vernon Rams, this would be a big get today, especially if you win today, can go back home on Thursday, weather permitting, and maybe get a win over the Althoff Crusaders as well. You would certainly have a much better thought process in terms of a conference title.
Well, you would. And I think you get the opportunity, if you're the Rams, no time like the present. If you are behind teams in the standings, you want to play those teams in front of you. That's the quickest way to make up ground. But if you don't take care of business, that's also the quickest way to fall further behind. So being on the road today, the environment, tough. You're playing your arch rival. The competition over the weekend has to help the Mount Vernon Rams this week. You're playing, of course, Centralia today. You're at Bree Central tomorrow, a pretty good team out of the Cahokia Conference. And then, of course, Thursday home against Althoff. Very tough week. And you feel it around that you got some testing going on tomorrow in the high schools around Illinois. You got to fit that in if you're the lower classmen. So all kinds of things going on here this week. Prom is on Saturday. A lot of distractions. It's crazy right about now.
A lot of distractions indeed. And, of course, when you look at the Centralia Orphans, their team that, as we told you, is 3-1 in South 7 Conference play, have beaten Althoff already. And a team that is 3-1, if they can go 4-1 today and then get another win on Thursday, their conference hopes are very, very much alive. But when you take a look up and down, you see 3 teams at 2-2. The things in the South 7 this year are quite interesting. Marion Carbondale could have something to say about the conference title as well.
Well, I think they will. I think when Mount Vernon's Philly, you look at it, they're still going to have to go to Marion. They're still going to have to go to Carbondale. Those are 2 tough road trips. And I think that those teams will have an opportunity to have a say-so in this conference race, whether they win it or not.
We'll see what happens. Of course, this is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to them all. Call 1-888-Landers. That's 1-888-Landers. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. Hunter Schrader back at our Mount Vernon studio. So glad you could join us. We hope you'll follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook. And check out our YouTube channel, chock full of archives from not only recent games, but games of years past as well, including basketball from the 80s, a regional championship game between Mount Vernon and Centralia, and boys basketball from 2007-2008. So all kinds of archives on our YouTube channel as well. We hope you'll check that out. Find easy access at WMIXsports.com. Matt Kottmeyer's Centralia Orphans are 6-7, 3-1 in the conference. Tim Holloway's Rams are 10-9-1. And 2-2 in conference play. They're coming off the swing. We talked about it briefly. The McCracken County Baseball Invitational this past weekend, going 1-2, losing to Memphis University School 6-0, losing to Bartlett 3-2, but rebounding with a nice win on Saturday at historic Brooks Stadium and taking a 7-0 shutout win over the Henderson County Colonels.
Well, and again, the quality competition last weekend in particular. Good weekend, good learning, good experience for the Rams as a young team to get out and play against, Memphis U High, a private school that gets who they want, and, of course, turning around and you play a Bartlett, Tennessee team that's got a lot of tradition in all sports on the boys' side. Very difficult, tough game, but Mount Vernon was in it to the end, and, of course, beating Henderson County, Kentucky, who went to the Final Four in Kentucky last year, in state tournament. So, very good weekend. You only went 1-2. You obviously would want a better record, but, boy, a lot of experience. And, probably another important factor, it's probably not discussed on the table, is the fact that the team got to go down, play a couple of games, spend the night out and about as a team, and a lot of bonding went on, on and off the field, especially off the field, dinner, the mall, whatnot. It was a good trip for the weekend and good weather and good baseball, and hopefully the Rams can take from that something there and take it the rest of the season.
Well, definitely something quite important. Trips of that ilk, of course, for team bonding and team building, and certainly hope that somewhere along the way that benefits the Mount Vernon Rams. Of course, their trek across the impressive parks continues in the next week. Monday, they'll travel to GCS Ballpark. They'll have the Alton Redbirds. JV will play at 4 with the varsity to follow at 6. You can listen to that game, the varsity game, with a 5:45 pregame on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. The JV game, believe it or not, is actually already underway. Their umpires are here. Apparently, we are still waiting for the varsity umpires to make their presence felt here at Spray Field. When we do, we'll have your first pitch, of course, coming up for the Centralia Orphans defensively. We met the Rams batting order a moment ago. Kyle Davis will be on the hill. He's having a phenomenal year offensively for the Orphans. Ryan White does the catching. Sean Carey, Ryan Miller, Trip Kessler, B.J. Smith from third to first. London Wade, Mason McBreakin, and Ryan Obermeyer from left to right in the outfield for Matt Kottmeyer's Centralia Orphans. Brock Fulkerson, meanwhile, takes the bump for the Mount Vernon Rams today. Of course, he's a pitcher that in his senior season has had quite a few impressive starts since dating back to his first year in varsity, his sophomore year, and so hoping for big things here today, and hoping for, if you're a Rams fan, they can get out of here with a win. Both teams be 3-2 when it's all set up.
Still about 6 minutes early. We're always so used to getting here and getting going. Unless the umpires have already pulled in and went behind us, no sign of any umpires, and both teams have to stand around. This is eerily reminiscent of what Mount Vernon dealt with on Friday at McCracken County.
Yes,
waiting on umpires. So
there they come out to our right.
See anybody we know? Yeah.
So we will get started here.
Sit down
in just a moment. Chris, Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Hunter Schrader is back at our Mount Vernon studio. So glad you could join us for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball today on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. The Lady Rams and Andes, you can find them on our sister station. Just turn the dial slightly to the right to 1210 a.m., or if you prefer the FM 98.7 and online at Wiley1210.com. That one underway, or at least the broadcast on our sister station, if you're looking for Centralia Mount Vernon softball today. So that should be a good one. Looking forward to staying up to date with that. We'll, of course, retweet some of the updates. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. The umpires and head coaches meeting at home plate. So we'll get underway. We'll have baseball here in just a moment. What a beautiful day for high school baseball here in the Queen City.
A lot of flights coming out of Centralia International Airport.
There are.
Somebody either practicing on their landings and takeoffs, but Centralia International got a lot of flights in and out of it. You hear that right over by the golf course back to our left. Wind will be blowing out to right center and right field today. If you get one that way, you're going to be able to hit one out into the lake that sits directly behind the field. So it'll be interesting. Of course, the house is behind the left field side of the fence, so well manicured, well groomed. They have a tarp. They cover things up. They take care of it nicely here, and this is a fantastic place for postseason play as well.
Well, we certainly have seen our fair share of postseason here. Saw a sectional here, an impressive one. Back in 2011, of course, Waterloo taking that behind Garrett Schleck, now was a Cub. I forget where he's ended up now in the minor league system, but was that in the Rockies organization? That's right. I do remember that now.
Or as they say in the ice, he's in the Rockies organization. Yeah. We're in hockey mode.
He plays against all kinds of games and the Rockies organization. So the handshake between coaches Tim Holloway and Matt Kottmeyer. Play should commence here momentarily. So glad to have you with us. Don't forget the Rams Baseball. Every pitch is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Ask about their one checking. Free checking and high-yield interest at all 5 of the Community First Bank Jefferson County locations. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The Orphans take the field in their all whites with red trim, red numerics, and, of course, red lettering across the front. The Rams are in their black tops, I should say, with orange numerics trimmed in white. And they wear gray pants, which leads to the discussion of basically despising white pants in high school baseball.
Yeah, they look sharp. They look good, but you get the wrong pair of pants that didn't get washed properly after a year or two, you're in some trouble. But for me, I would have to have gray pants of some sort. But when you have white tops, it's hard to have gray pants. You have to kind of go with the flow. Everybody wearing the red socks, except for the shortstop out there, Miller. He is in the stirrup look. Long pants down, everywhere else around the infield and outfield for the Orphans.
Of course, it's Wade, McCreek, and Obermeyer in the outfield. Kerry, Miller, Kessler, Smith, third to first. Ryan White, the catcher, for Kyle Davis. We ran down the Rams batting order a moment ago. In the top of the first will be Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber. Shortstop, second baseman, catcher to start things off here for the Rams. So we're actually going to get started right about on time today. Thought we're going to get a bit of an early start here from Centralia, but first pitch will probably come right at 4:30 between the Rams and the Orphans. Thank you for joining us today and accessing our broadcast. Don't forget to follow us on the social media. I'm Chris Hugo. Danny Czerwinski is alongside, and we have Hunter Schrader back at our Mount Vernon studio. Should be a great day for high school baseball. Tomorrow should be good as well, as the Rams will travel to Central to take on the Cougars. That's in Breeze. And then on Thursday, the Outsoft Crusaders scheduled to come to town, but we do wonder if rain may be a factor on Thursday. Look at the forecast. Hopefully it holds off.
Yeah. Next week begins a 2-week stretch of playing some pretty nice facilities, too.
No doubt. Rams looking to go to Busch Stadium on Sunday, May the 4th. This is after, of course, playing at GCS on Monday. And then on the very next day, on Monday the 5th, we'll play at brand new Itchy Jones Stadium on the campus of SIU Carbondale. Ryan Campbell will lead it off here at the top of the first. Quite a few Ryans between the two teams, and the first pitch out of the windup from the right-hander, Kyle Davis, will sail high for ball one at 4:29.
For those wondering, the legend of golf putting Lee Bennett is in the house today.
I saw him milling around somewhere as the 1-0 gets up high again. Should be 2 balls, no strikes to Ryan Campbell. Millwood and Weber to follow in the top half of the first inning. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank as the 2-0 pitch on the way comes inside. Just misses. 3-0 hitters count here to Campbell with Reed Millwood on deck. A great day and a great facility, of course. High school baseball. 3-0 the count to Campbell. Takes high, and that's a leadoff walk to Ryan, and that'll put Reed Millwood up.
That's the ball's fault. Davis said, give me another baseball. Kyle Davis has been their ace. A lot of people consider Mason McCreek in the ace of the Orphans with his experience, but Davis has had a really good spring so far in the first month plus of this season for the Orphans. That's why he gets the nod today at home.
Out of the stretch now with the runner aboard and nobody on the top of the first. They check on Campbell, speaking of which. Gets back safely, and we wait the first pitch to Reed Millwood. Thomas Weber to follow in the Rams half of the first inning for Springfield and Centralia. We're just east of Foundation Park, as this one's going to be bunted foul down the first base line for 0-1.
Looking at the flagpole, the flags were blowing out to right center when we started. Now have gone straight out to center field. A little shift going on in the winds. Tough to hit one out of this ballpark. You really got to get a hold of it, just like you do at Mount Vernon, to get one out of this thing.
0-1 the count to Millwood. A runner on and nobody out at the top of the first. Davis, the pitcher, looks in out of the stretch. Catcher sets up on the outside. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bunt shown. Drop down in front of the plate. It'll be the pitcher, Davis, off the mound to get it. He'll fire over to first. That'll be your first out in the second.
Excellent bunt by Reed Millwood. Great job deadening that baseball, catching it with the bat, dropping it down about 15 feet out in front of home plate. The only play was Davis to throw to first, and that means Campbell's at second with one out with the beef of the order coming.
So that'll bring in Thomas Weber with an RBI chance. One gone in the top of the first inning. No score yet from Centralia. Here in the South 7 Conference matchup. First pitch on the way, and that'll be into the rump of Weber. He'll take first. It's one way to get aboard.
Well, it cracked up there, and now it's first and second and one out. And Jake Pike, who's been one of the hottest hitting Rams lately, is in a prime opportunity again. His tournament will be the courtesy runner today for Mr. Weber.
I'll certainly hate for hit by pitches becomes the butt of multiple jokes, but sometimes that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Over in the lefty, Jake Pike would have a conversation at the mound. Coach Codmeyer doesn't like what he's seen out of his early. This visit to the mound is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams, Lady Rams, and the local community. Again, if you're looking for high school softball today between the Lady Rams and the Annies, that game is on Wiley 1210, 98.7 FM, and Wiley1210.com. We'll be taking care of retweeting some Twitter updates as they come in, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
From our sister station, give us a follow at WMIX Sports.
This was a settle-down meeting. I think Coach Kottmeyer had to go down and tell Davis, hey, let's chill out here and relax. I know it's a big game, but you have to throw strikes.
2 on and 1 out for Jake Pike, the cleanup batter. The lefty takes a pitch just off the outside corner, and it'll be 1-0 here to Jake. Hot hitting Jake Pike.
Mm-hmm.
That heated bat continued today against Kyle Davis, the right-hander out of the stretch. Looks back at the runner on second with 2 on and 1 out. In a scoreless top half of the first. This one's high. Has to be lifted toward the right field batting cage.
Yeah, that ball was a mile high in the air. What light poles here. Pike got one. Wanted to swing at it, but it was just out of the zone up above. Popped it up, that's why. Now it's 2-1. Or 1-1, I should say. Now you look for something here. Because you know Davis is wanting to get ahead of the batter really badly at this point.
2 on, 1 out, 1-1 the count to Pike, the left-handed batter. First baseman in a cleanup spot, and he will take a curve that just missed the 2-1.
I don't think he'll throw another curveball again at back-to-back. So if I'm Pike, I'm sitting dead red here on this one.
2-1 the count, 1 gone, 2 aboard here for the Rams. Looking to strike early against the Orphans. At Sprayfield in Centralia. Pitch on the way, and that's going to come inside across the corner. Like I said, Gamble even 2-2.
Catcher set up outside. Pitch came back over the inside part of the plate, caught the inside corner, and now it's 2-2. Now you got to do a little bit more guessing.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 aboard here for the Rams. They'll check on the runner at second, and just back safely somehow is Ryan Campbell.
That throw was perfect by Davis, getting it into Miller at second. Campbell's lucky to be back. Now Centralia that time went inside on that location until they threw back to second. Let's see if they stay where they're at. Nope, they're going back away from him now.
2-2 the count. Here comes. It's swung on and missed by Pike. That'll be the second out.
Mm-hmm. Looked like he took something off of that a little bit. A little circle change from what I could see coming out of his hand. And did a good job. Catcher set up outside away from him, and that means 2 outs.
Oh, that brings in Braden Smith, the designated hitter. With 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first. Orphans looking to get out of this jam. And here comes the pitch on the way. It's going to be up. Just inside. 1-0 the count to Smith with Derek Hayes in the on-deck circle for the Rams.
Setting fastball here, boys. Fastball.
A 1-0 count with 2 gone. Let's see. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that is going to be ripped down the left field line and foul. That'll leave the count at 1-1.
Got a pattern going right now, this Mr. Davis on the hill. See if the Rams can pick up such a pattern. At 1-1.
So 1 ball, 1 strike to count with 2 outs and 2 aboard. Here comes the pitch on the way, and this one's going to be popped up, foul out of our reach, but just behind us.
Yeah,
it'll be a 1-2 count here to Braden Smith. Hard ground behind it.
Yeah, it's drying out right now. Many of their farmers that we know coach have that opportunity to get out in the field.
1-2 the count, 2 aboard here at the top of the first. No score yet between the Rams and Orphans. Braden Smith is at the plate. Here comes the pitch on the way, swung and missed. So Davis does a great job getting himself out of the inning after 2 early base runners. 0-0. We head to the bottom half. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Get big savings on the entire lineup of top-quality fuel-efficient cars like the Sonic Spark, Bolt, Malibu, and Cruise, all backed by our award-winning service department. Schmidt Chevrolet is your regional Chevrolet headquarters. But hurry, the Chevrolet Open House event is here for a limited time, and these deals won't last long. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Houle, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Rams strand 2 in the top half of the first. Now we meet the Centralia Orphans batting order. Here from Spray Field, it's presented by the Page Agency on Crown View, Mount Vernon. Call for a health quote at 242-7000. Let's meet the Centralia Orphans.
Ryan Miller, Trip Kessler, Mason McCreakin. 4, 5, and 6, Sean Carey, B.J. Smith, and Ryan White. 7, 8, 9, London Waite, Kyle Davis, and Ryan Obermeyer. For Matt Kottmeyer, Centralia Orphans.
6 and 7 overall, 3-1 in the South 7 Conference. Side to top with the Althoff Crusaders. First pitch on the way from Brock Wilkerson, the right-handed senior, is going to miss inside. It'll be 1-0 here to Ryan Miller. They get to know the Rams defensively after the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. That's going to be a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zach Brookman, Blake Jones, Connor Story from left to right in the outfield. Derek Hayes, Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Jake Pike, third to first. Wilkerson, the pitcher, Weber doing the catching as this is the ground ball smoked is short. Campbell picks up, fires across, and there's your first out, 6-3.
Easy 3 hopper. Campbell's in the book. Defense is in the book now, ready to go. Trip Kessler, some of these names that Centralia's had, like McCreakin, Overmeyer, they've been here about 10 years.
McCreakin felt that way just because of how great of a player he is, but he has an older brother here as well. So the last name feels like it's been the better part of 2 decades. As the first pitch to the left-handed, Trip Kessler is going to catch the outside corner for 0-1. 1 gone, nobody aboard. Home half of the first. No score yet if you're just joining us. The Rams and the Centralia Orphans. As the 0-1 pitch is going to be golfed at. Mike took a pitching wedge out of the bag for a light swing. It's 0-2.
No score. Marion and Carbondale softball early. After 1.
So 0-2 here, and it comes. It'll miss low and away to the left-handed Kessler. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCreakin in the on-deck circle for the Orphans. No score yet from Foundation Park here in the bottom of the first. Spray Field near Foundation Park. Rather, it's just going to be tapped down the first base side. Picked up past the bag by Jake Pike for 3 unassisted, and that'll be your second out.
Rolled right down the line, right over the top of the bag. Pike made the play. Easy. One of those, you're worried about the bag, you may not get the glove down, all kinds of things going on, but he concentrated and got the out. Here comes the main man that follows us on Twitter.
Mason McCreakin does follow us on Twitter. So should you at WMIX Sports. So is Brock Flocka, too, Brock Fulkerson. And he will throw a first pitch that misses low, 1-0.
Mason McCreakin's going to Kaskaskia. Brock Fulkerson going to Rend Lake. So they're still on opposite teams as they continue along.
1-0 makes 2-0 now, as that was literally off of the plate. Bounce to the backstop, and now 2 balls, no strikes. McCreakin with 2 outs and nobody on. Out of the windup comes Brock, and this one is going to be lifted in the left field, giving it a bit of a ride. On the run is Brookman, who comes away with a one-handed grab. So 1, 2, 3 go the Orphans in the first, still no score. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, Sprayfield and Centralia. No score as we head to the top of the second. For the Mount Vernon Rams will be Derek Hayes, Blake Jones, and Zach Brookman, 6, 7, and 8, Tim Holloway's lineup. And the Orphans went 1, 2, 3. Good inning for the senior pitcher, Brock Fulkerson. But now, need your offense to pick you up here in the top of the second as Davis gets set on the lineup and fouled off by Derek Hayes.
Mount Vernon had a golden opportunity in that first inning. First and second and one out, and went KK to end the inning. And that was a golden opportunity in a game like this, type of runs you can ill afford to miss too many times.
0-1 to Hayes. That's right across the plate. 0-2 now to the Ram third baseman. Blake Jones on deck, followed by Brookman here in the top of the second. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to personal banking. Log on to ComFirstBank.net to learn more. And a curveball just misses, off the outside corner of the plate for 1-2.
Davis starts getting that big bender breaker over. Mount Vernon will be wanting to hit early in the count, not letting him get to that point.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Curveball across the plate, and that'll be a called third strike. So back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for the Orphan pitcher, Kyle Davis.
As he gets toward the middle and bottom part of the order, he's really starting to rely on that curveball a little bit more here as we go through the batting order this first time.
So Blake Jones will stand in. Davis out of the windup, but very effective as of late. This will be tapped foul toward the third base dugout for 0-1 to Jones. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway at Mount Vernon. Log on to FordSquare.com. It is where the best never rests. As we wait the 0-1 pitch to Jones, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the scoreless second. And that's in the third outside, 1-1 here to Jones. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous day in southern Illinois, south central Illinois here as the 1-1 comes inside on Jones, the right-hander, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Depending on what you term, Centralia still is considered maybe by some southern Illinois.
Should be. 2-1 coming, and that is going to miss outside, 3 balls and a strike.
Ooh, damn. Pitcher's pitch there, just didn't get the call. I'd throw there again, make him call it.
1 gone, and nobody aboard here for the Rams. Jones on the 3-1, and that's going to put him aboard as it misses outside. So another walk, third of the day here for the pitcher, Kyle Davis, compared to 3 strikeouts. And now the Rams have 1 on and 1 out here in the inning. Scoreboard updates today will be presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for that white State Farm Jeep around town, or stop in for a visit on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Tony will be glad to help your family with their insurance needs. Checking on the runner, Jones at first. Nothing doing over there. Back with a head first dive.
Reading body languages.
Here comes the pitch on the way, and this one's going to be popped up by Brookman to the right side toward the first base dugout. First baseman on the run. B.J. Smith can't make the grab, and that's a strike.
He got to the spot by the first base dugout, but the way the wind is blowing, you see the flags are starts pulling out to center field now. He got to the spot, and then the ball flew back behind him. That's the case today with the wind blowing. All pop-ups on the infield, the infielders are going to have to keep their feet moving to get themselves underneath him and make catches.
So 0-1 the count now to Brookman with a runner on and only 1 out in the top of the score. The second check swing, foul down the first base line. It'll be 0-2.
Mm-hmm. Quinn McClure will sprint down that right field line to get that foul ball. And now you got an opportunity. You got to choke up a little bit, put it in play.
No score here in the top of the second. 1 on and 1 out for the Rams. 0-2 the count to Brookman. Here comes curveball, check swing. Way to stay alive for Brookman. What a great curveball working the day for Kyle Davis.
He didn't want to swing, but it was more self-defense that time. Didn't have to. Ball's out of the zone.
Looking in is Kyle Davis to his catcher, Ryan White, to the side. 0-2 the count. Out of the stretch will come the Centralia right-hander. Pitch on the way. Runner was going to go, and this will be fouled off.
Go here, back in the other field, and here, heads up. He heads up today in this place. There's no netting.
Nothing into the count with one out here in the top of the second. Rams looking to strike as they tried in the first. The pitch a little miss high. 1-2 to Brookman with Connor Story in the on-deck circle for the Rams here in the second. Video streaming powered by Ridley College. Log on to rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your collegiate education. Your journey starts at Ridley College. They check on the runner at first.
Blake Jones had to swim back in the first. That's 1-2 count. Let's see if Blake Jones is on the move here.
1-2 pitch coming. This one right up the middle for a base hit, and the second will go Jones. He'll be held up. It'll be first and second. On the Rams' first base hit of the day from Zach Brookman.
Brookman went choked up, got the barrel of the bat through the zone, and nice little short, quick swing. Didn't try to hit one for the fences. Gets a base hit right back up the box, and the Rams in business once again, first and second with one out.
That'll bring in Connor Story. Rams will go back to the top of the order, barring the double play here in the second, with one out and two aboard. Second straight inning, Rams have had two aboard and one out. Story looks in, has a right-handed pitcher on the mound. Left-handed batter takes a strike across the plate for 0-1.
We're going to see what Davis is going to rely on here. Pitchers will go to a spot, go to a pitch. We'll see down in the order if he sticks with a fastball, if he throws in a curveball here, number 9 hitter.
0-1 count with two on and only one out in the top of the second, as this is going to come inside. Good stop by the catcher White. Count will leave, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Community First Bank of the Heartland has that one checking. One means more. Community First. It means free checking and high yield interest. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. 1-1 coming. Chases a high fastball. It's 1-2.
Davis is sticking with that fastball. Now here, 1-2, number 9 hitter. Wouldn't shock me here if he either goes high, try to stay up in the zone, see if Story will chase, or he'll go curve. Like a deuce.
1-2 coming. That is going to be sent foul. Uh-oh. Vehicles are safe, parked along that front row, but it remains a 1-2 count. No score here in the top of the second. Rams have two aboard and just one out. The lefty Story will choke up on the bat against the right-handed pitcher Kyle Davis. Working out at the stretch, looking back towards second base. Now comes home with it, and that is going to be swung and a miss.
Kept the fastball. Lower part of the order, saw Story wasn't catching up to it. Stay with the fastball, darted down and in that time about waist high, not in that left-hander zone, and basically saw the bat off of Story's hands for the swing and miss.
So now with 2 outs and 2 aboard, you have the top of the order, Ryan Campbell, who walked his last time. Top of the second with no score for Spray Field. Here comes a pitch inside, so a miss. 0-1.
Davis gets himself into trouble, and then he kind of does the Houdini and gets his way out of it. At least right now so far, he gets one out and 2 runners on. He figures out a way to strike people out.
No balls and the strikes of the Rams shortstop with 2 outs and 2 aboard here in the second. He'll swing through again and fall behind here 0-2.
Davis is the kind of guy, if you don't get him early, you may or may not have a chance to get him late. The opportunities, percentages start going against you.
0-2 with 2 gone. Here comes. This one's going to be popped up. The chance for the catcher, White, to get it. The pitcher, Davis, will call him on and come up short.
Why?
So Campbell gets a bit of a break. Catcher probably had a better look at it.
Yeah.
Pitcher coming from behind had it charged in, then calls off the catcher and can't make the play.
Yeah, that's 2 pop-ups. That one there, it was to our left. You could see it come up, and it really never got moved by the wind alongside the field here by third base dugout, and he just simply overran it. Ran too far and just flat missed it. Should have been a catcher ball, I think.
I agree. We'll see how he reacts here on 0-2. Pitch on the way, and a curveball for strike 3. 5 strikeouts through 2 for the pitcher, Kyle Davis. No score through 1.5. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Chrysler continues to raise the bar with huge incentives. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Chrysler is offering a $3,000 rebate on all new 2014 Dodge Avengers, plus an additional $500 when you finance through Chrysler Capital. That's $3,500 in incentives on the all-new 2014 Dodge Avenger. Bring in your trade, even if you owe $9,000 more than it's worth. Our finance department will get to work for you and find the best rate and payment possible. Come talk to one of our sales associates and see how you can drive away in one of our over 25 in-stock 2014 Dodge Avengers. We are at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com for Spray Field as we have at the bottom of the second, no score. Orphans will send up 4, 5, and 6 with Carey leading things off. He'll take a first pitch low and away. For ball one, B.J. Smith, Ryan White to follow. Here in the Orphans after the second. They went 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first. Now a 1-0 is going to be just off of the mid of the pitcher. Going to be tough for Millwood to make the playoff balance. The throw in time. Okay, 1-4-3.
Yeah. Ball back off Fulkerson's glove. As a pitcher, you're told if you can't get to it and you're 100% sure, don't touch it. He did. Millwood made the play, allegedly. I think if you challenge that one at the pro level, I think there'd be a runner at first with nobody out.
I happen to agree.
Catch a huge break there.
The B.J. Smith in with a curveball coming from Fulkerson for a first pitch strike. 1 out, nobody on. Starting to say it the opposite way just because that's what's stuck in my head, but no, it is 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the second, another curveball. So Brock showing he can throw the Uncle Charlie as well, and now it's 1 ball, 1 strike, and a pitch that just misses.
Mixing it up as he gets to the bottom part of the order, and, of course, working very quickly. Little sidearm there on a fastball. Now it's 1-2 here to B.J. Smith. Ryan White in the on-deck circle. Here's the Orphans try to make something happen in the bottom half of the second. One of our Rams boosters is Second Chance Auto. All around 142 East as the 1-2 comes in. That's fouled off to stay alive by Smith. You can find Second Chance Auto's largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, all with bank rate financing. Second Chance Auto, proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams on Route 142 East in the King City. 1-2 the count on the first baseman, B.J. Smith. Nobody on. Empty bases here in the bottom of the second inning with no score. Takes a pitch up, and that'll leave the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 out of the windup. Curveball outside. Counts full now to Smith with Ryan White on deck. Pretty good at-bat by Smith. Went 0-2, and now he's at full count. Good little battle here.
So a full counters with out of the windup. This one's going to be ripped off the mid of the shortstop. Campbell catches it off at his own hop and makes an impressive throw over to first. And 6-3 will be the retirement of Smith.
Hard hit ball smashed. Campbell with the soft hands. Ball hit off the mitt, was able to keep hand-eye coordination going, the athleticism. Made the play, spun around behind second base, and threw the first on the run. Nice play by Campbell.
Not bad at all. So now 2 outs. And nobody on for Centralia in the bottom half of the scoreless second. It'll be Ryan White against Fulkerson. Fastball pounds the inside corner, 0-1 to White. Local line again and fire. Fastball ripped through. It's 0-2. Tony Wilt takes care of our scoreboard updates. Find him online at TonyWilt.com and get you a better state. List your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Tony Wilt, curveball just misses. You can also try to find the White State Farm Jeep around town. We have an Annie's Lady Rams score.
2-1 Annie's after 1. Marion over Trails Carbondale 1-0 after 2 in softball.
1-2 going toward the JV field. They'll have to look out.
Yeah.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Empty bases and 2 outs in the bottom of the scoreless second. Pitch on the way. It's going to be fouled off again.
Centralia getting some grinding at bats here in the second inning against Fulkerson. Moving that pitch count up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Curveball in the dirt. Trying to make something happen there, and it got away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the batter. Ryan White, London Waith in the on-deck circle. Rams trying to get out of the inning. 2-2 coming. It's going to be tapped. Shortstop side. Campbell off the hop. Fires over to first. Pike with the grab. So 1, 2, 3 go to the Orphans. Through 2, still no score. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Bayer-Nolan and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OB/GYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OB/GYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. As we head to the top of the third, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Rams. Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber, and Jake Pike. No runs on one hit, 4 left aboard for the Rams. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Orphans. Rams have had a game. Yeah, they've had their chances too. The Rams
left 4 runners on, had first and second and one out. Both the first and the second have not been able to get in. In fact, both times they were struck out. The second and third out of the first and second inning were done via the strikeout. So when Mr. Kyle Davis has gotten into trouble, he's been able to batten the hatches down and get a couple of strikeouts to get him out of the inning.
And that'll bring up Reed Millwood to start things off here in the third. And this will be tapped to foul towards the third base dugout. 0-1 this account. One of our booster sponsors, of course, is Winning Edge. They have a great selection of both Rams and Orphans apparel in their Mount Vernon and Centralia locations, or see what they can customize for your team, organization, or business at winningedgeusa.com. Downtown Mount Vernon, downtown Centralia, with 2 locations serving you worldwide. Pitch misses to Millwood. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leading things off in the top of the third. No score yet. Curveball across the plate, though. Makes it 1-2 to Reed.
Davis getting the curveball over. That will keep the Mount Vernon Rams hitters off balance as long as he's able to do that today.
1-2 pitch coming. This one's going to come foul near us to the backstop. Uh-oh.
Look who's here. Getting that foul ball. Nice job.
Good thing that jump through the Paducah didn't take too much out of him.
Yeah.
Thomas Weber, of course, the Ram catcher in the on-deck circle. 1-2 coming Millwood. He'll reach for it, just out of his reach. That will be strikeout number 6.
That was not a good swing. That was a reach. That's the first strikeout. Oh, my gosh, Mr. Davis. 6 strikeouts in this game so far. We're only in the third.
That brings in Weber, 1 out and nobody on. Curveball across the plate for 0-1. He was hit his last time. One of the 2 runners stranded there in the top half of the first inning. Now in the top of the third, 0-1 pitch comes. Lays off, just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Community First Bank of the Heartland, 5 Jefferson County branches makes them the market leader. Mount Vernon Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina, welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. The count becomes, I believe, 2-1 to Weber.
Yep, 2-1. A lot of people here today.
Great day to take in a high school baseball game, as this is foul. Third base side, it'll be 2-2. Out of the batter's box to get it, it'll come Jake Pike. He'll hang on to it. Kyle Davis, your pitcher for the Orphans. Wade, McReek, and Obermeyer left to right in the outfield. Kerry, Miller, Kessler, Smith, your infield. White, the catcher, behind the plate. This will be fouled off by Weber, stays alive. Near the JV field, right to Denny Clark.
Did he make the catch?
It really wasn't within his reach. It was in the neighborhood.
Didn't die for it, did he?
Of course, he's doing the third base coaching over there in the JV game for the Rams. Curveball, swung and a miss. 7 strikeouts on the day.
Man, that curveball is napping today. The old tennis ball canister would be slipping around like a propeller right now if Mr. Davis is using that to practice with.
So in will stand Jake Pike at the base empty at 2 outs, and he will lift one towards right field. Shouldn't be a problem for Ryan Obermeyer unless he loses it. Is that one? They're going to get it. Went over the fence.
Yep.
Everybody's distracted. So Jake Pike takes a home run trot as everybody loses it over the right field wall, and the Rams take a 1-0 lead on the Pike home run.
The right fielder lost it, and he didn't have a clue where it went. high sky, couldn't pick it up off the bat. And the problem was he couldn't pick it up is over the fence. Jake Pike just went yard here at Spray Field for the 1-0 Rams lead.
Wow. And I feel bad for Pike because I've blown every single home run call of home runs that he's hit.
Well,
because they've all knocked over.
When the ball was hit, the right fielder threw his arms up like, where'd it go? And, well, the only problem was when he heard it land, it was over the fence.
That'll bring in Smith. 1-0 game now as the Rams take the lead on the Pike home run. Smith, first pitch strike, falls here, 0-1. 2 outs and nobody on. As the Rams have a 1-0 lead, curveball up. And it's 1-1 here to
Davis
Smith.
got that fastball up to Pike. Pike jumped on it, was sitting dead red that time. First pitch swinging and put one over the right field fence.
Here comes another. That's going to be off of Smith. He'll take the base. Puts a runner aboard with 2 outs. Still 2-1. Outs through 3.
The way that went, the right fielder's probably saying thank you went out, because if not, that'd been like a triple.
Sure.
Because Pike was out of the box, and he saw the right fielder look like where to go. So he was on his horse. Didn't take him long for the trot because he was almost second base by the time it went out. Now Mount Vernon again needs another opportunity here, another run.
Brings in Derek Hayes, and that's going to be a ground ball off of the pitcher. Could be trouble. The second will still Smith. It gets away. Smith's going to head for third as it takes a hop from Kessler at first and third for the Rams with 2 outs here in the third.
Another base hit for the Rams. That ball very difficult to field. Got back to the box quickly. Kind of a foot save, skate save, as they would say on the frozen stuff, by Davis. The second baseman was going towards second to cover the bag on the hit, on the attempted steal. He couldn't get back to left, goes into right field for a hit, and the Rams have first and third. And you never know what might happen with the Rams in first and third.
RBI chance for Blake Jones using a bit of a different helmet today. Why gone?
Yeah.
Unless that's just some decals he had on there. Who knows? 2 outs will check on the runner at first base. Derek Hayes, nothing's doing. And the Rams with a 1-0 lead here in the third off the Pike home run. Now have runners at the corner since. We'll see what has happened to the composure of Kyle Davis. How he comes back here. It'll be an inside-out swing for a miss. 0-1 here to Jones. So Pike sends one over the right field wall to give the Rams a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. As things looked a little destitute here with 2 outs and nobody on, but Pike lifted one over the wall, and now the Rams are on top. Not a bad performance still, though, just a lone run and 7 strikeouts. So the name of the Orphan pitcher, Kyle Davis. 0-1 the count here with 2 outs and 2 aboard for the Rams. Pitching route. Swung on a miss. So strike away from getting out of the inning and limiting the damage for Kyle Davis. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Stay up to date. As towards second is going the runner, Derek Hayes, and it ends up with a runner on second base for the Rams. There's not much going off of the third base line. Not much that Braden Smith could do to get off the bat.
And we talked about it in pregame. You mentioned that Centralia was in their dugout discussing such a situation. They prevented the run from scoring. I wondered when they would use it because that's a prime situation to use it in, and now Mount Vernon has second and third.
The Rams run it with their first opportunity with runners at the corners, and now have 2 in scoring position for Blake Jones. Curveball to stay alive is going to be sent towards the right field away, towards the batter's batting cages, and it's 0-2 still.
Gumby-esque on that swing. The front part of Jones's body was going to the dugout. The feet were trying to run away from it. The top half was going, you know what, I need to swing. That's kind of how he looked on that particular play.
0-2 again with 2 on and 2 out, and this one's going to be popped up into center. Trotting back to get it will be Mason McReekin, and there you go. The Rams strand 2 more, but a Pike home run gives the Rams a 1-0 lead. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get on a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com as we head to the bottom of the third. 1-0, the Rams on top after a Jake Pike home run. And now the Orphans will send up London Wade, Kyle Davis, and Ryan Obermeyer, also known as the bottom of the order. First pitch strike from Brock Fulkerson, the right-hander. It's 0-1. Video streaming is always powered by Ren Lake College. See how you can save thousands of dollars at rlc.edu. Good pitch working there from Fulkerson.
Yeah.
Swung on a miss by Wade, the sophomore.
He's got a little extra energy after getting a run of support.
Oh, fastball again. Good morning, good afternoon, good night for the left fielder Wade, and that'll be your first down. First strikeout today for Brock Fulkerson. Oh, amped up energy here in the bottom half of the third is now it'll be mano-a-mano with Kyle Davis, the pitcher. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch from Fulkerson. Shows bunt, pops it up over the backstop. That's impressive. And it's 0-1. Impressive, but that's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, she didn't make a very good attempt at it.
Uh-oh. Luckily, it's not our place to judge. No one coming.
Yeah, strike. That would be a judge. That would be a poor effort. That was just a look.
Misjudged, you could say.
Yeah, misjudged. Yeah.
Now they do the count. Here it comes. Curveball's going to miss 1-2. Still a beautiful day. Spray Field, one of the finer facilities in Southern Illinois, along with Brennan Klein Field, Whitey Herzog Field, among others. 1-2, misses up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitcher, Davis.
Yeah. Some pretty good facilities in the South Valley.
Oh, yeah, Cahokia, the old Soche Field's a nice place. 2-2. Comebacker just off of the glove of the shortstop Campbell in the left field, and that will be the first base hit for the Orphans, put one aboard with 1 out.
Campbell was fractions of a millimeter jumping too soon. Ball got over his glove. Out in the left field for a base hit. Now Obermeyer will be up. He cannot be traded. He's a 10-5 guy. Been here at Centralia forever.
Quite a few OBs come up. Only one of those last names synonymous recently with Orphans Athletics, but really the Tri-County area with high school sports. 1 on, 1 out. At the bottom of the third, they'll check on said runner. Just gets back safely.
Fallon leads Alton. Baseball 4-0.
1 ball, no strikeout. They check again. Back safely. It was less close this time.
I don't know if he's going anywhere on that yet.
Follow us on Twitter. What's on my side? Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. As we await the 1-0 pitch, here it comes. That's going to get away, but not very far from Weber. He gets over there, and it's 2-0 now. To Ryan Obermeyer. Ryan Miller in the on-next circle here for the Orphans, as we'll get back to the top of the order, barring a double play. In the bottom of the third, Rams lead 1-0 on a Pike home run.
Coach Koppmeyer now talking to Davis in between third and home. Don't know what this could be about. I'm thinking he might have missed a sign. Could not. Who knows? Has that walk back to the plate like I did something wrong.
2-0 is the count here to the right fielder Obermeyer with a runner on first base. They check again. Nothing doing.
Davis is leaning. Slight lean to the right, heading towards second.
We're back at it tomorrow. The Rams and the Central Cougars on the road in Clinton County. 2-0 pitch coming. Across the inside corner, throw behind the runner. Not much going over there at first base, but it is 2-1 now. Here at the plate to Ryan Obermeyer.
This might be where Centralia puts Davis in motion with a contact guy like Obermeyer at the plate. He's going. He's leaning.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center. More after the 2-1 pitch. Shows bunt, drops it down. It's foul. It'll be 2-2. Of course, King City Chrysler has the express lane, fast oil changes, and more. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Its service without an appointment. Just drive and walk right on in at 1603 Broadway.
touch system. Interesting. Okay.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner on, and 1 out in the bottom of the third. 1-0. The Rams on top. As Fulkerson goes, this one is going to be bunted, and that'll be a foul ball. The batter, will be out. Strikeout.
And the runner will have to go back to first.
That worked out to the Rams' advantage.
Yeah. And Coach Kottmeyer's shaking his head like, can we not get a bunt down? Off that touch system, bunt not put down. And now you can't get a runner. Now it's back to the top of the order.
An attempted small ball did not pay off, and now Ryan Miller ground out to short his first time. The runner's going, had it picked off. He was going on first movement, and now a run down over there on the first base side. Pike will make the tag. I believe that to have been 1-3, 6-3 or something about that. We'll straighten it out when we come back. I got it right for once. I'll be. We head to the top of the fourth, 1-0 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. Kasasa.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Bad credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, Spray Field in Centralia. The Rams have a 1-0 lead over the Orphans as we head to the top of the fourth. Due up for the Orange and Black, it'll be 9-1-2. Connor Story, Ryan Campbell, and Reed Millwood in the Ram lineup. So far, a Jake Pike home run has been the difference. I was back at the top of the third. We'll see what Connor... Actually, where am I off in my lineup?
Zach Brookman, Connor
Story, and Campbell.
Big inning, I think, for Davis. Fourth inning, bottom of the order. If he gets out of here 1-2-3, a little gust of wind comes through. He might turn the corner and get a little more momentum back to his side. If he struggles a little bit this inning, his head might be down a little bit. He's got a 6-strikeout effort going so far, and he's down 1-0 on one bad pitch.
And now Brookman, who leads things off. It's a quick ground ball over short, and now to first on the throw. Free as a first out. Look out.
That baseball come. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Did the umpire throw that down? What happened? That was a foul ball from the other field.
So now it'll be Connor's Story.
The flyover happened. That's a different plane. That's not a takeoff landing kind of jaunt. That's a plane on a mission there.
Yeah. First pitch, Story. He'll bunt one foul.
Yes.
All right, it'll be 0-1.
Yeah. TV game's got a lot of people over there. There's a ton of people here. Humanity in this little neck of the woods.
Yes, sir. 0-1 to Story. One out, nobody on. This will be sent the opposite way. Foul Brown. They give chase. And what a grab. Made by the shortstop, Ryan Miller.
Swing, half swing, three-quarter swing by Story off the left-hand bat. Goes down the left field line. And actually that ball started to come back towards the shortstop, which helped him, which is rare off the left-handed bat. If not, Miller wouldn't have made the catch, but he dove full out, made the great play for the second out of the inning.
That's a good extension and a great, even better landing for Ryan Miller.
He was able to hold on to the ball. That's the main thing.
So that brings in Ryan Campbell, who's 0 for 1. Here at the top of the fourth, 2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 Rams on top. Pitch is in the dirt. It's a quick 1-0 count here to the Rams shortstop. We'll see the top of the Orphan lineup in the bottom half of the fourth inning. All the action, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll tell you more about them throughout the day. As we wait to 1-0, it becomes 2-0 now to Campbell. That free checking with high yield interest called the one account. One definitely means more. Community First Bank of the Heartland. I'll go back to personal banking. 2-0 now, I should say, to Campbell. That's going to be ripped into right center field for a base hit.
Yeah. Fourth hit of the day for the Rams. Pitch up on the outside corner, and Campbell drives it Past the second baseman near the bag for a little base hit. And now a little two-out bingo here. We'll see if Tim Holloway is content to sit or if he'll put Campbell in motion with the contact guy at Millwood at the plate.
2 outs and a runner on first for Reed Millwood, the sophomore second baseman. He's sacrificed 1-3. He's struck out today. Check on Campbell at first. Nothing to do. In top of the fourth, 1-0 ball game. 1 run on 4 hits for the Rams. No runs on 1 hit rather for the Orphans. Runners thought about going. Right over the plate for a strike to Millwood.
Important inning, as I said, for Mr. Davis. Gives up a run here for some reason. That dauber may not be able to be picked back up.
Campbell on first, Millwood at the plate. 0-1. The count, 2 outs out of the stretch. Davis, he'll fire over to first base to check on Campbell. And not much doing over there. You wait the 0-1. Here it comes. Curve up high. Just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas Weber for the Rams in the on-deck circle if it gets that far. With 2 outs at the top of the fourth. Rams taking on to a 1-0 lead. They just acquired that in the top of the third with a homer by Pike. And then went on to do what they do best today. Seems like straining a pair of runners per inning. 1-1 coming. This will be a check behind the runner after the pitch. Just back safely as Campbell.
Yeah.
I'm guessing 2-1.
Swipe tag was close. Campbell didn't realize how close it was.
Two on the count, 2 gone here in the top of the fourth. Davis checks back on the runner again. Second Chance Auto, another of our great Rams sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and bank rate financing. Plus the largest selection of pre-owns priced at $10,000. 2-1, hit and run possibly. As this is going to be Bob foul down the first base side and a Bermuda triangle over there. It looks like Davis ends up with it. So the pitcher, Davis, makes the grab in foul territory, gets the Orphans out of the inning. We're halfway home, 1-0 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
And welcome back, Spray Field, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski is alongside. Hunter Schrader back at our Mount Vernon studio. Rams on top. The Orphans, we ended the home half, 1-0. Brock Fulkerson pitching well today. No runners stranded by the Orphans. The lone base runner allowed. Via base hit has been picked off. First pitch of the ball, however. Top of the order with Ryan Miller, Trip Kessler, and Mason McReekin in the Orphan lineup. 1-0 pitch comes inside, catches the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Miller.
39 pitches coming into this inning so far for Brock.
1-1 now, and this one is going to be in the center field for a base hit. Jones will keep it at a single.
Yeah.
So the Orphans get their second hit of the afternoon.
Pitch up in the zone, and Miller jumped on it.
Ryan Miller, not the Benton athletic director.
Or the goalie for the Blues.
No. But the Orphan shortstop, and he's on first base as the lefty. Trip Kessler will stand in. Ground out to first his last time unassisted. Now they'll check on the runner at first base. Not much doing over there for Ryan Miller.
No, but he had the itch. Yeah, he had the itch. Had a little tremor in the move back.
1-0 score. Rams on top. 1 run on 4 hits. They've left 7. I don't know if throwing behind the runner Weber would have been tough over the head of the left-handed batter. So no runs on 2 hits right now for the Orphans, but the tying run on first base in the 1-0 ball game in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out for Trip Kessler. Mason McReekin on deck. Sean Carey should get that far, barring the pickoff for double play.
You're giving up the out, throw a strike. If he wants to bunt it, Derek Hayes can shake hands with him. He'll get the ball and get it there. Now, Thomas Weber will signal to the infield what's going on. The defense for this one.
2 balls, no strikes. With nobody out, they check on the runner at first. Nothing doing over there. Of course, always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank has locations in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Never far away for those in Jefferson County. Log on to ComFirstBank.net. Yeah, they will welcome you back to Personal Banking. 2-0 pitch coming. Strike on the outside corner of the left-hander. It's 2-1 now to Kessler. Trip. Kessler.
Got a baseball sound to it.
Yes, it does. We wait. The pitch on the way. Hacks a swing in the foul territory on the hit and run. And it's 2-2 now on the foul ball.
Yeah. I think at that point, the pitch was out of the zone. Probably could be 3-1. Probably could have let Miller get down to second. This level, these guys are a little bit tougher to do things like that. So I bet he's on the move again. If he went 2-2, he'll go, or 2-1, he'll go 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner staying put. This one's going to be lifted to the left center field, tailing towards the left fielder. It'll fall for a base hit. Jones is going to come up firing. Throw got away from the shortstop on the relay, but it'll be second and third down for the Orphans with nobody out.
Well, the problem with that was what Jones should have done in center. He had no shot to throw Miller out of third. He should have thrown back into the middle bag at second to try to keep the double play intact. By him trying to throw the runner out third, that gave Centralia an extra base.
Pressure could be on here. Mason McReekin will stand in with 2 on and nobody out in the bottom half of the 4th.
First test of the day for Brock Fulkerson.
Falk out of the stretch. Senior versus senior, 2 names you've heard quite a bit. And Orphans versus Rams Lore over the past few years. 2 on, nobody out. Pitch on the way. It's going to be overthrown for a ball. It's 1-0 in the dirt.
Overthrew it. Nice play by Weber to slide over and catch that one in the leather. Nothing going on here. There's no way to let McCreekin bunt in this case. Mount Vernon back. He'll trade the run for the out. Corners are in, though.
1 ball and no strikes. McCreekin here comes, and he will send this in the left field. Brookman on the run. He'll make the grab. Runner's going to tag, and they will concede the run, and we're tied on the sac fly RBI by Mason McCreekin.
I think that's a smart play. You're not going to throw Miller out the plate. And what happened there is Brookman caught that ball and then threw into Campbell the cutoff, and that kept Kessler at second base and did not let him get to third with 1 out. That's good baseball in that point right there.
So now 1 out, runner on second, tie game. It's 1-1. Sean Carey will stand in. Ground out 1-4-3 somehow as last time. That was to lead off the second. But right now we're tied in the bottom half of the 4th. We're 1 run on 3 hits for the Orphans. 1 run on 4 hits for the Rams. Rams have stranded 7 runners today. First pitch on the way is a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Carey.
In the Orphans bullpen, Coach Kottmeyer signaled from his coaching box, hey, get it going. So they're going to get an extra arm up. Not that Davis is in trouble, but just to get an extra arm up.
No balls and a strike with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th. And reaches for a curveball outside. Misses 0-2. Wow. Yikes.
Oh. Another takeoff coming. Practice day at the Centralia International Airport.
Must be.
Didn't see a lot of that on Sunday when I'm traversing the golf course over here to our left.
0-2. Ooh, curveball that jerks away from Weber. He's going to need help finding it. And now the runner over to third base with 1 out. Not what the Rams wanted.
Knocked it down, but the ball squirted to his left. Couldn't find it by the time Brock Fulkerson signaled to him. Left, right-hand batter's box, left. It was too late. Now Centralia with the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out.
Tied at 1 for now in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out, a runner on third for the Orphans. Out of the stretch, Fulkerson comes up with a nice pitch here, but it's going to be fought off foul into the JV field to stay at 1-2. Scoreboard updates today and every day presented by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt. Find them on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Look for them online at TonyWilt.com or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town as we await the 1-2. Ground ball. That almost played. Millwood, they're going to come home on the throw. Now the throw that they have the runner in a rundown off of third base, and now out at home will be the lead runner. Now they have Kessler to run down off at third base. The much faster Campbell will tag him out, and the Rams get out of a jam on a pickoff double play, or a fielder's choice double play. We'll run it down when we come back. It's 1-1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Heading to the top of the fifth. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Rams. Tied at 1. The Orphans come back to tie in the first, but a 4-2-5, 2-6 double play got the Rams out of the inning. It was a fielder's choice. Millwood came home. They got the initial runner, Kessler, in a rundown, and then a throw back down to third where the batter, Sean Carey, was headed. Well, Ryan Campbell just turned on the Jets and ran him down in the rundown. So there you go, got the Rams out. And now in front is where Thomas Weber hopes to get the Rams here at the top of the fifth. Unbelievable. You can always bank on your hometown team. Speaking of 5, here at any number 5. 5 Jefferson County branches, 4 Community First Bank of the Heartland, Malvern and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. As the 1-0 pitch, that's a 1-1. A pitch just caught the corner of the plate. As Thomas Weber, the Rams catcher, lead things off, followed by Jake Pike and Braden Smith. 1-1, going to be batted foul. Just past Sean Carey. Orphans ran themselves out of a possible big inning there in the bottom of the fourth.
Can't fault the base running of the second guy trying to get to third. The guy at third started, but that time Millwood roped him at the plate.
2-2 now to Thomas Weber. Took it low.
And with the infield in, and you're going on contact, you got to go. You can't start, stop, and then try to beat him again. And Millwood made a nice play.
As that's going to come in on the 5. Weber hit twice today. So it puts the leadoff runner aboard for Jake Pike. He homered his last time to give the Rams a 1-0 lead. Orphans then came back about an inning later to tie it up. And Matt Kottmeyer is going to make a visit to the mound, presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. We're going to have some changes in the Orphan lineup. They're going to take no chances that Mason McCreakin will be your new Orphans pitcher.
Somebody trot out of the dugout. See what happens here. Davis goes 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks, 6 Ks. Of course, he's still responsible for the runner at first. And now Mr. McCreakin will come in. This will tell you what kind of an important game it is for the Orphans. They're going to go Davis McCreakin today against the Rams. McCreakin comes in the pitch.
Obermeyer moves to center.
Yeah.
I see that. Davis slides over to third.
Yeah.
Miller stays at short. Carey's still out there, so I'm left to assume he hits him in second.
Yeah.
And I thought I saw Trip Kessler head out to right, which leaves everybody accounted for. Yeah. So there you go.
Amazing.
So it's now Wade, Obermeyer, Kessler, left to right in the outfield. Davis, Miller, Carey, and Smith from third to first. Ryan White stays put. He's behind the plate. Mason McCreakin, new Orphan pitcher. Here comes the first pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Ooh, off the second baseman. He'll tag the runner. A nice 4-3 double play. Tag the lead runner, and just like that, Nobody on it, 2 out.
Yeah, not a good jump at first that time. Paused off the run and tag and play, and nice play by Carey. That baseball fine guy that changed position that did there, but Carey did a good job and made the 4-3 double play.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. Find all their Ford and Lincoln luxury online at FordSquare.com or stop by and see them at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. First pitch strike to Braden Smith. He was plunked his last time, struck out in the first. There you go. 1 pitch, 2 outs from McRegan. Now 2 pitches, and this one is going to be into right center field for a base hit. 2-out base hit for Smith. Yep. Got different things to look if you can avoid the tag by the second baseman.
If you can somehow get to second, maybe you get a first and second and 1 out. However, runner at first and 2. Bottom of the order. Time to make some noise here if you're Mount Vernon. Bottom of the order needs to put some things together.
So Derek Hayes is 1 for 2. He singled his last time. He'll stand in with a runner on first and 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 1-1 ball game. As the runner's going to go, that one just got away from the catcher into second base from the passed ball. Will go Braden Smith. Looked inside. It is. It's ball 1. Community First Bank of the Heartland, your home for one checking, free checking, high-yield interest. Just ask for one. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. 1-1 is our score. Top of the 5th inning, 2 outs, a runner on second, a 1-0 count on Derek Hayes as the Rams try to get something accomplished here. The go-ahead runner on second is Braden Smith, who had the 2-out single. Took second on the passed ball. Let's see what happens on the 1-0 pitch. Hayes will swing and miss, and that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook as well. Out of the stretch is Mason McRegan. Senior pitcher for the Orphans. We await the 1-1. Here it comes. That's going to be low and away. 2 balls and a strike to Hayes.
Get a big secondary out at second. Hopefully Mr. Hayes can drop one in the grass in the outfield somewhere, take your chances.
1-1 coming. Take that 2-1, and that'll be low for a 3-1 count. I have 3-1. 2 outs and a runner on second to go-ahead run. RBI chance for Derek Hayes. 3-1 coming from McRegan. There it is. And Hayes is going to lift this one into center. Wait, the sophomore on the run. Makes the fundamental grab. And a great play to save the run. The Orphans get out unscathed. It's still 1-1 through 4.5. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day, so be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We head to the home half of the 5th for B.J. Smith, Ryan White, and London Wade, who made the nice grab out left field to end the Ram threat in the top half of the inning. Tied at 1 run on 5 hits, no errors, 8 left on base for the Rams. As we wait the first pitch to B.J. Smith, who ground out to short his first time. Takes an early 1-0 count here. Orphans have 1 run on 3 hits. Believe it or not, they have not stranded a runner. As this is going to be popped up high in the shallow right center field, maybe. It'll be the center fielder, Jones, that calls everybody off for the first down.
Tough sky today. No clouds. The field sets for the outfielders in left and center. Your third baseman and shortstop all look towards the sun. So, tough skies as we go along here in the evening. It'll get tougher.
Pitch on the way. First pitch seen. Comes inside on Ryan White, the catcher. And it's a quick 1-0 count. Winning edge at Mount Vernon and Centralia has great selections of Rams and Orphans apparel. See what they can customize for you at winningedgeusa.com. Tough play for Campbell, and that is going to be a great leap by Pike to make the grab. And that was a hard-hit ball, but hit him out of the glove it came, and it is. That's what I would give. First Ram error of the day.
That would be me, but I imagine here at home they'll give the hit. But that was a pretty hard smash, but it was right at the glove, so they give a hit.
I give a hit at home, and we're not going to follow.
No. Two hoppers.
He's not that bad.
He's got to be able to catch, yeah.
Ryan Shipley, one time followed us on Twitter. He's your courtesy runner. London Waste the batter. Runner on, one out. Go ahead, run on first. They'll check on Shipley. How much doing over there?
Started last year.
Yeah. 1-1 ball game here, and this is going to be a hard-hit ground ball to Campbell. He'll step on the bag and fire over to first. And the man who made a great play to get out of the inning for the Orphans gets the Orphans out of the inning on a double play. We head to the top of the sixth. Still 1-1. This is Rams Baseball, proud WMIX Sports.
You hear about truck months? Well, 2014 is already setting up to be a truck year. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram truck dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Backed by popular demand, ABC Ally Financing is back. All 2014 Ram Quad Cab Express, Bighorn, and Outdoorsman models qualify for this program. Not only do you get a $2,500 rebate, Ally Financial will give you $3,000 on top of that. That's $5,500 in total discounts, plus you will get a low finance rate for up to 84 months. Payments could be as low as $350 on a new 2014 Ram Quad Cab truck. Come see one of our sales associates who will help you find any other qualifying discounts. Hurry to King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory online at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Bottom of the order due up for the Rams here in the top of the sixth, tied at 1. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, 8 left aboard. For the Orange and Black, 1 run, 3 hits, nobody stranded for the Orphans as they managed to run themselves out of innings here today, but still have it. The Rams tied at 1. 3-1 on the South 7 Conference of the Orphans, 2-2 for the Rams as Blake Jones with the first pitch. He's going to lift one in the left. And this one could be towards the base of the wall. Wade can't get to it. Jones is going to be on his horse and held up at second with leadoff double.
Yeah, Wade got caught. I told you in the previous inning, clear sky, sun in your eyes, glasses, hat, eye black, whatever. Wade did not move until that ball was probably on the third surface of the infield heading his way. Tough to pick up, went over his head, bounced to the wall, and a leadoff double for the Rams.
So 1-1 ball game. How long? Zach Brookman will stand in. RBI chance singled back in the second. Round out to short as last time. So 1-1 ball game here for Spray Field. Shows Pond small ball in full effect. They're going to go to third for the lead runner, and out is going to be Blake Jones. Not much they could do. Just a great reactionary play off of the hill for the pitcher McCreakin.
That is a case of Mr. McCreakin hopping off that mound and saying, I'm going to make the out, take the aggressive way, and the ball beat him by 2 or 3 steps. Now the Rams waste that leadoff double.
Punt went down the third base side. That's a case where you'd rather it go down the first base side in that particular case. But beggars can't be choosers in the bunting department. You're just happy it was on the ground as opposed to some of the pop fly bunts we've seen as McCreakin has taken a liking to checking on Brookman at first base. He was aggressive before, stays aggressive here, hoping it'll pay off. He's been good to us over the years, though. The Orphan pitcher fires it high, and it misses. Now to counter Story, 1-0. Red Lake College can save you thousands on your collegiate education. Find out how at rlc.edu. Fly online while you're there. 1-0 the count here. Runner on first, 1 gone. Top 6, a 1-1 ball game. And this one with a hit and run is going to be fouled off. Tree actually made a save.
Tree saved that SUV a high-priced glass bill.
Right next to our buddy.
Yeah.
So 1 ball, 1 strike to count now after the foul ball to counter Story. 0 for 2 today. Not as worried about that one as that's going to come up.
It's got another kind of a flyover.
Kaka.
Yeah.
Stay away from it. Don't need that. 2 balls, 1 strike, a runner on, and 1 out. one game. The Gregan fires, swung a miss, the count's even at 2.
Indeed. The air bomb's going on.
No, sir.
Got to cover up the remote mix 4.
2-2, the count's at Story. Runner on first, the go-ahead run, tied at 1 here in the 6th. Runner's going, laying off the bunt. The throw down the second's a good one, and in time.
What in the world, yeah. Yep, that was almost a stolen base. Good throw, though, by the catcher, White. Second out of the inning, and like the Orphans, the Rams have run themselves out of this inning, possibly.
Good footwork by White, too.
Oh, my gosh, that's classic. 2
balls, 2 strikes now, and a foul tip into the mitt. So somehow, even with 2 base runners, the Rams go 1-2-3 here in the 6th. We head to the bottom half, tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball, presented by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
I'm Andy Robb with a look at your next rad weather. For this afternoon, sunny skies, high 65. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies and cold, low 39. Mostly sunny for tomorrow, high 69. Wednesday night, low 43. More clouds than sunshine Thursday with showers and a thunderstorm, high 74. And partial sun Friday, high 80. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back in time for the bottom of the 6th with 8, 9, and 1 due up in the Orphan lineup. Incomplete books will do that to you. Kyle Davis takes the first pitch strike, and it's 0-1 to the Orphan third baseman with Obermeyer on deck here for Centralia. 1-1 ball game, make it 0-2. Quick strike on the outside corner for Fulkerson. Was it 5 pitches an inning to go for Brock?
Yep, 7 for McCreakin in the top half of the 6th inning.
0-2 now on his original starting pitcher. Doesn't factor into the decision, but takes a good waste pitch low and away, 1-2. Second Chance Auto, one of our great Rams Booster sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. One of the largest selections of pre-owns. All priced at $10,000, with a large selection, I should say, priced at $10,000 in one location. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Davis. Also, bank rate financing available for all. 2-2 coming. It's going to be on the outside corner, and that'll be another strike for Folk. It'll be his 3rd K of the day.
Speaking of bank rate financing, one of our followers on Twitter tweeted us, Joe, they need some bank rate financing as well.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. That grows to 2 months now.
That is going to be, you're right, a ground ball to the third baseman Hayes. He'll fire across, and Obermeyer's retired.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Why can't I find that? Oh, I'm in the wrong Twitter account.
Yeah, that's why. Drop in the bucket, man.
Lady Rams, of course. Lady Rams lead the Annie 6-4. How about that? Ellery Garner with a 2-run home run for Mount Vernon.
Wow, that's into the wind, too.
Yeah. Poke. Ryan Miller steps in. Tie ball game 1-1 if you're just joining us here at Spray Field on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. As Miller takes a pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. Now swings at 1. Would have been 2-0, but it's 1-1 with nobody on and 2 outs. Tie ball game. 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error, 8 left on for the Rams. 1 run on 3 hits for the Orphans, and so I'm going to miss on the 1-1 to make it 1-2. Rams will have the top of the order due up in the top of the 7th. Here it comes. Popped up. Left side. Nobody sees it. Looks like Derek Hayes wants it. He'll make the grab. So Hayes saw it. And 1-2-3 go the Orphans in the 6th. Through 6, tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going?
We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. KASASA.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. It'll be Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber to lead things off for the Rams. At the top of the seventh, tied at 1-0 now the count to Ryan Campbell. Took one low, taps one foul now. And that'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Make your own great play. Community First Bank with their free checking and high-yield interest. It's called One Checking. It means more. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 1-1 the count in a 1-1 game. Campbell leads it off, swings and misses at a curveball, and it's 1-2.
Campbell's gunning. Swinging very aggressively at the plate. His confidence in the box has grown over the spring.
Of course, the Orphans will have 2, 3, and 4 due up at the bottom half. Tied at 1 now. Campbell will rip one right at the middle for a base hit. So leadoff single for Campbell. We'll bring in Reed Millwood. So a good opportunity for the Rams here, although they have stranded 8 base runners today.
Yeah, Mason tried to slip a fastball by Campbell, and that was going 1.5. Campbell with 2 back-to-back singles. He's 2 for 3 today, having a good day at the plate. Millwood would probably be bunting here. Everybody in the park knows.
His favorite lifeguard, Reed Millwood. With a runner on and nobody out at the top of the 7th. 1-1 ball game. Shows bunt. Can't get a drop. It works. That's actually going to be a strike, and the runner gets down to second on the pass ball. So 0-1. Go-ahead run on second base in scoring position for Reed Millwood.
Get the offer. Now a few more options here for Coach Holloway to use there in the box. I hear that bird again.
No balls, 1 strike. A runner on second base for Reed Millwood. Working against Mason McCreakin out of the stretch. Here comes. That's going to come well inside and leave the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Take one for the team. Stick that shoulder out there like you're going to swing. Oh, there it is again. Look at that. That was that bird.
Stay away. 1-1 coming. Maybe. McCreakin looks back to the runner off second. Millwood shows bunt. This is going to be another wild pitch. And down to third base on a 1-2 count will go Ryan Campbell.
I think what's going on is McCreakin's throwing some pretty good pitches. Millwood's sticking that bat out there, and White's having trouble. I think the bat being out in front of him is kind of bothering him, and even though Millwood can't get the bunt down, he's done a pretty good job of distracting, and now you have Campbell at third with nobody out, infield in for the Orphans.
By getting 2 bunts without the out. 1-2 coming. Inside, Jack swing.
Still 2 for the price of none?
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, all of the express lanes, fast oil changes, and more. Service not an appointment. They do oil changes and much, much more. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, 2-2. Millwood's going to take it just off of the plate, and it'll be a full count now.
JV game's over.
They'll become spectators.
Yeah, they'll come over here, sneak over here.
Full count to Reed Millwood. Runner on third, nobody out. The top of the 7th, side at 1. Go-ahead run on third base for the Rams as Millwood's going to send this one foul. Of course, if I'm the Orphans, I'm letting that one fall.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to catch that thing going away from you. There's nobody on this field for the Orphans who want to catch and throw Campbell out. It's a good at-bat by Millwood. Whiffed on 2 bunts. Bothered the catcher. That's what he'll tell everybody.
Yep.
And then he's battling Mr. McCreakin here.
Full count offering again. He's alive. This time it's a ground ball to third. Will not get the run home.
Nope.
But he did his job by getting the runner over to third without getting him out.
Yeah, that one was pounding in the ground. Unfortunately, it was hit hard, but right at third baseman Davis. Made the look back through the first, 5-3. First bullet dodged by the Orphans in this setup.
Thomas Weber stands in, 1 out here at the top of the 7th, 1-1 ball game. The runner, Ryan Campbell, on third base. Singled and then back-to-back. Not back-to-back, but a couple of fast balls allowed him to get to third base. And now Weber will take a first pitch strike.
If you're Weber and or Pike, you're wanting to lift. You want to lift this ball to the outfield, make a fly ball, and get this run in.
Oh, 1, here it comes. This one's going to be a ground ball just outside of the bag, and that'll be another strike. 0-2, so foul ball.
Take the lead in foul territory there. If you get a hit, it's still foul ball. Campbell had to do the on his toes ballet move, get out of the way. I think it's a big pitch here from McCreakin.
0-2, 1 out. And this one is going to be fouled off toward the JV field to stay alive. Red Lake College has over 100 degree and certificate programs. See which is right for you at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. 0-2 the count for Weber. 1 gone. Go ahead run on third base in the top of the 7th. A 1-1 ball game. As the Rams looking to get that run home. This will be a breaking pitch. Swung on a miss. Yep, 2 away.
That's a big thing. Breaking ball in the eyes of Thomas Weber. He came out of his shoes. Now they're going to have a meeting in the mound. Do they want to pitch to Pike, who's hit 1 yard today, or do they want to go to Braden Smith, who's reached twice but singled once? That is the question. I would say they might 4-pitch walk Pike here, or just they go to first and take their chances of Braden Smith. Then if they do that, Coach Kottmeyer's probably out there telling them about the forced balk. Hey, here's what we got to do here on this play. The strategy's been set. And
visit the mound presented by the Venice Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams and the local community.
Pike will go to first. Out to first and third. Now the shenanigans will begin. No, there will be no pistol whipping for saying shenanigans. Okay.
Runners to the corners, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Go-ahead run is on third base. Braden Smith, who singled his last time, will stand in. He's reached twice today.
I've got some signs. Nothing at all.
Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. Get to a better state with State Farm. Rams hoping to get to a better state here with 2 outs and 2 aboard. The runners are at the corners, and that was blowing away to Smith just off of the plate.
Mason wanted that call. Didn't get it. Nothing here. Want to know.
A 1-1 ball game. Rams and the Orphans from Spray Field. Glad to have you. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. The 1-0. Who out in front of him was Smith on a changeup.
Crafty little curveball from McCreakin. You might get something going.
Runners at the corners. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the Ram designated hitter, Braden Smith.
That's a good step off by McCreakin. And a guy that understands the game and situation. Thought he could step off, maybe get Pike on first movement or something, and it didn't happen. But he do it again. He just balked.
He did. Nobody caught it.
How come? Oh, my. They're just going to let him trot into second base. Well, he did not come set. McCreakin just stepped off and said, have second base. I don't care.
So 1-1, the count still. 2 RBI chances, runners in scoring positions, but 2 outs. Now Smith will wave and miss in a favor to McCreakin. It's 1-2.
Oh, my. They had to run a Pike with the second base. What was he going? He almost overran third. Wow. If you're Mr. Smith, you just want contact.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. In the top of the 7th, we're tied at 1. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Centralia in the bottom half. This will be jammed foul to the backstop, and we do it again.
Yeah.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is your official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Braden Smith. 2 aboard, and he will send this one to short. Miller's going to come up firing across the diamond, and out at first is Braden Smith. So 6-3 will retire the side as the Rams strand 2. We head to the bottom half of the 7th, tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
I'm Andy Robb with a look at your next rad weather. For this afternoon, sunny skies, high 65. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies and cold, low 39. Mostly sunny for tomorrow, high 69. Wednesday night, low 43. More clouds than sunshine Thursday with showers and a thunderstorm, high 74. And partial sun Friday, high 80. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Trip Kessler, Macon McCreek, and Sean Carey due up for the Orphans, tied at 1. Doc Fulkerson will wind and fire a pitch low to Kessler. It's 1-0.
Opportunities for both teams, especially Mount Vernon, that top of the 7th, gone by the board.
1-0 will be a ground ball into the mid of Pike. It'll be a foot race back to the bag. Jake will win it, and 3 unassisted is your first out. 1-1 ball game, 1 run on 7 hits for the Rams, 1 error. They've left 10 aboard. Orphans, meanwhile, just 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they haven't stranded anybody. I've been in position to. They've run themselves into outs. McGreekin will stand in with a chance trying to help his case as a relief pitcher. In a 1-1 ball game with the bases empty and 1 out as Volk chooses to go low. And it'll be a quick 1-0 count here on Mesa. Now, if the Orphans are going to do it, it's be a great opportunity for them. Number 3 batter takes a strike on the outside corner, and even the count of 1 ball, 1 strike.
Brock has a couple more innings left in him because he is at 69 pitches coming into this inning. Plenty of pitches left in the tank.
1-1. Blown past McGreekin, 1-2. Of course, this would likely take McGreekin out of a Thursday conference start. If that was the plan, it's the 1-2 comes. Curveball looked like it was going for the Ludius Maximus at first, but curved back inside, but it's still off. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, 1-1 ball game. Now this one's hard hit to short. Picked up off the hop. Campbell fires over to first, and 6-3 is out number 2.
A pretty good little game. Looks like it might be a long way from over.
JV won 15-2 in 5 innings.
There you go.
Sean Carey, 2 outs and nobody on. Here comes. He'll take it low. It'll be 1-0 here to Carey. Started the game at 3rd, ended up at 2nd. Now with 2 outs and nobody on at the bottom of the 7th, trying to keep him from going to free baseball in the 8th. He'll foul tip one, and it's 1-1. So unless the Orphans score here or keep the inning going, we're headed to an 8th.
Double free baseball. Nobody paid to get in, and now you get more. Offensively starved are these two teams to score runs today.
1-1 coming, and this one's going to be fouled off into the JV field. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. A 1-1 game. If it goes to the 8th, it'll be Derek Hayes, Blake Jones, and Zach Brookman due up for the Rams. 1-2 pitch coming. Curveball in the dirt, and it'll be 2-2.
Arm slowed down a little too much that time.
Two on the way. Here comes. Ground ball, third base side on the run. Hayes, good pickup with the glove. Tough throw. And a great scoop by Jake Pike. He saved the play. And that'll get the Rams out of the inning. We're headed to the 8th. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
I'm Andy Robb with a look at your next rad weather. For this afternoon, sunny skies, high 65. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies and cold, low 39. Mostly sunny for tomorrow, high 69. Wednesday night, low 43. More clouds than sunshine Thursday with showers and a thunderstorm, high 74. And partial sun Friday, high 80. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top of the 8th. Already started as the leadoff batter is Derek Hayes, who made that great play to get the Rams out of the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 1. It's a quick 1-1 count on the Ram third baseman. Mason McReekin, of course, on in relief, has performed admirably, as he was probably due to start on Thursday or maybe even tomorrow against Edwardsville. And now the count is 2-1 against Derek Hayes. He's 1 for 3 thus far. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank. 2-1 coming, and that is going to be lined a long way down the right field line towards the batting cage. Going to be 2-2. There's one great play by Derek Hayes. Make your own great play with a Community First Bank free high yield checking account. It's called One. One means more. Community First. One. Pitch here means a ground ball that sees its way underneath the mid of the shortstop. And that will be a leadoff base hit for Derek Hayes.
Miller went over to his left and was expecting a hop up into the glove. Picked that glove up just like he thought it was going to come up. Glove came up, ball didn't. Leadoff single again for the Rams. That's the second through 1, 2, 3, 4 straight innings that the Rams have had leadoff guy on. So
Blake Jones with a big at-bat here in the top of the 8th, tied at 1. 1 on, nobody out. They check on Hayes. A high throw from McReekin over to the first baseman, Smith. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way. Scoreboard updates throughout the day are presented by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent. They check on.
Better not sleep. You cannot take signs off the bag. Base comes up. They're going to scoop some. There you go. Set it in there.
Tony Wilt, of course, is located on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com. We're trying to find the white State Farm Jeep around town. The Lady Rams took a 6-4 lead in the softball contest, and now it's 10-6 Annies. I believe that was through 6. Runner on first, nobody out. Jones shows bunt, went all the way after it. Now they throw behind the runner, and it's 0-1.
Slide step that time by McReekin. Jones looked like he had to bat out, but it wasn't there yet because of the slide step. And now with an 0-1 count, bunting and small ball today for both teams will continue.
Bunt shown again on the 0-1, dropped in front of the mound. Only choice is to first base, and there you go. 1-3 will be the sacrifice.
Creakin hopped off that mound. Just couldn't quite get enough to get turned to second as Mr. Hayes had a good run in the second base, good secondary lead at first, and now here we go again, a runner in scoring position for the Rams with 1 out. Same story, different inning here for the Orange and Black.
So a runner on second, an RBI chance with a go-ahead run in a 1-1 ball game here in the 8th. Pitch will be high to Zach Brookman, and that's 1-0. He singled back in the second. He's grounded out twice since then.
With McCreekin going this long, his chance of starting tomorrow is out, and or Thursday probably as well.
I would have thought more so he'd go in a conference game with the Orphans being tied atop the conference. As that misses high to Brookman, 2-0.
Well, we don't know what the situation was with Davis. He only went 4 innings. And he was out after the leadoff hitter in the 5th, so we don't know if he's something's up or what was going on there. And it tells you how important this game is, obviously conference, but regional as well.
Sure. 2 balls, no strikes, tied at 1 at the top of the 8th, 1 out. As Brookman will see one fist to just past the reach of the pitcher. Great play by the second baseman, Carey, and 4-3 will be your second out. As over to third will go Derek Hayes.
That looked like a Pro V1 out there in the middle of that infield. Got over McCreekin's head, dropped down, and was spinning around. And very nice play by Carey to dig it out and threw it to first.
So you're going to see Jackson Horton pinch hit here for Connor Story. Story is 0 for 3 today. As Horton, traditionally a designated hitter, will be in a pinch hit capacity.
Different look, new batter. See what happens here. Tim Holloway digging around for some magic.
Impressive 15-2 win for the JV Rams. Varsity guys tied at 1 here in the top of the 8th, 2 outs in the go-ahead run on third base. Derek Hayes led off the inning with a single. 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error, 10 stranded for the Rams today. 1 run, 3 hits for the Orphans.
And he's beat the Lady Rams 10-7. That's now final from across town.
The game was on our sister station, Wiley 1210 and 98.7 today. As here it comes, the first pitch to Jackson Horton. Could be a hero here. Takes it high, 1-0. That May 13th game between the Rams and the Orphans will be right here on WMIX. Wiley will have softball again. 1-0 count, but that catches the outside corner to the left-hander. That's been there. It's 1-1.
Well, McCreakin done a very good job. Settled the tide for the Orphans.
1-1 the count to Horton. 2 outs and the go-ahead run on third. The top of the 8th, tied at 1. Rams really need this one in terms of the conference race. Orphans looking to stay on top. 1-1 coming. Swung and a miss. Waited on the fastball. It's 1-2.
I'm not so certain he won't come fastball here again. You don't want to slow it down if Horton can't catch up with the heat.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. High heater. And that'll get the Orphans out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Come see the finest American-engineered and manufactured lineup of great vehicles, which come with free maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles, 336 bumper-to-bumper, and 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Toyota, Ford, and Chrysler can't touch this. Come to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Hool, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, B.J. Smith, Ryan White, and London Ways due up in the Orphan lineup. 1-1 ball game. Out for his 8th inning is Brock Fulkerson. Hasn't really thrown too many pitches today. Low pitch count thus far in terms of where we are in the game. As the first pitch to the right-handed Smith is low and away for ball 1.
Rams not able to get the leadoff guy in. Well, 4 straight innings. The leadoff guy has been on for the Rams, have not been able to get him in, and you just hope that doesn't come back to haunt the orange and black as we move along here in extra.
The 2-0 pitch is going to catch to the inside corner of the Smith. It's 2 balls and a strike. He's grounded this short and flown out to center. 0 for 2 today in the Orphan lineup. 2 balls, 1 strike. He leads things off, and this is going to go the opposite way. Playing for the pull was the infield, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the Orphans.
That bat was so late to the zone, it got the end of it, and there'll be a pinch runner now at first for the Orphans. And it leads off to a leadoff single.
1-1 ball game, go-ahead run, or game-winning run on first base for Centralia.
It's only the second time the Orphans have had the leadoff hitter on. The other time was back in the 4th. Ryan Miller led off and scored in that inning. The only Orphans run.
So Ryan Shipley will get in that bat. Here in the bottom of the 8th with the pinch runner, River Phillips on first. So 1-1 ball game in the home half of the 8th inning. London Waits stands in the on-deck circle. Now an opportunity for the Orphans.
You wonder, with the number of Rams that have frequented the bases today, what chances the Rams have given up. And now the Orphans have their chances. You got a veteran up in Shipley here. Pinch runner at first with nobody out, and Coach Kottmeyer has got his wheels turning now.
Well, eventually you're forced to pay for missed opportunities.
In this game, it always seems like it does. They pay you like that. Umpire's got to get his hockey mask on. Can't shoot any pucks with the mask is on.
So 1-1 ball game. Fulkerson ready to go. Still killing him out there.
Yeah, he's ready to barge now.
He'll be out of the stretch. 1 run on 4 hits for the Orphans. Pitch is high on the pitch out, and not much doing over there for River Phillips off of first base.
where everybody needs to be on the same page. Just like the Orphans have been getting out of innings, Mount Vernon will have to figure out a way to do the same here.
Check on the runner at first again. 1-0 is the count for Ryan Shipley. Batting for Ryan White. The spot in the order is responsible for a ground out to short and reaching on an error. A difference of opinion error is what that was. Joe Spahn pushed down the first base side, and that is going to be a chance for Pike to tag out the runner. 3 unassisted on the sacrifice. Down the second goes a pinch runner for B.J. Smith, River Phillips.
Well, Waits is up. He has struck out, grounded out to short. The guy behind him, Kyle Davis, singled and struck out looking. The guy behind him struck out and grounded to third. That's your next 3 hitters in this big-time situation.
1-1 game. Game-winning run is on second. Half-hearted effort.
Yeah.
Pick-off move.
Now, the runner at second had about a big enough lead. If he did dove back in, he'd hit his belt buckle on the bag. And now, what's going on here? Somebody's signaling something, and it didn't work. That old trick in the book won't work here either.
Nope. Runner on second, 1 out, the bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 1. Waits will take a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Grounded into a double play as last time. 6-4-3. That was after making an incredible play in left field. In the Rams threat the half inning before. So now 0-1 the count with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Will it work?
It will. Oh, wow. Fulkerson will tag out the runner. Unaware of it, and unbeknownst to what just happened, River Phillips ran himself in the out. On the play, the fake pick-off play, the Rams love to run at second base.
Wow.
And he does not understand what he's done.
I could not believe they tried it to pitch to 2 earlier, and nobody was on the same page. They came back with a courtesy runner, and my God, they did it again. I am shocked that Mount Vernon can pull that play off as many times as they do.
Well, they did it against Cahokia.
Yeah.
They've done it against Centralia. The 0-1 coming. Just misses high, and that'll even things up here to London Way. 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on the bottom of the 8th. So 1-1 ball game. But we see a 9th. Wade takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Community First Bank. Always bank at your hometown team. Malvern and Dix, Woodlawn and 9, and never far away in Jefferson County. 1-2 in the dirt. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was low and away to Wade.
It just cracks me up. That play is older than dirt and still works on conference and non-conference people.
2-2 coming. Fouled off toward the JV field to stay alive for the sophomore Wade. But Kyle Davis in the on-deck circle for the Orphans.
It's like nobody wants to win this game right now for the Rams or Orphans.
Feels that way.
Base running has been pitiful.
2-2 coming. Swung on a miss. There will be a 9th. 1-2-3 go the Orphans here in the 8th. We're tied at 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Super. Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We at the top of the 9th for the top of the Ram order, tied at 1. And speaking of which, One Checking, it's free checking high-yield interest from Community First Bank of the Heartland. The official voice of Rams Baseball. Ryan Campbell leads it off. 1-0 count, takes another in the dirt. Play goes around the gear of the catcher, Ryan White. It's 2 balls and no strike.
Ryan Campbell's been on base 3 or 4 times a day, 2 singles and a walk.
2-0 coming. That's going to be a strike right down the heart of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ryan Campbell. Rams have stranded 11 runners today. Hoping to get at least one more home to take a 2-1 lead. Tap down the third base side. Ooh, great play by Davis, the original pitcher, fires across, and there's your first out.
Took an odd hop and moved his left back to the right. Made the play easily. First out of the ninth.
So that'll bring in Reed Millwood. A 1-1 ball game here in the ninth inning. Orphans have 8, 9, and 1 due up in their home half. I would assume we'll still see Brock Fulkerson in the bottom once it gets there. Good pitch there by Mason McCreekin. Swung and a miss by Millwood. 0-1.
A lot of people hung around from the JV game. Nice crowd on hand here to watch the drama.
As it unfolds live on WMIX, WMIXSports.com. It's going to be a base hit for Reed Millwood. There won't be a play for Davis. That was off of the foot of McCreekin. Now, shortstop was headed to second. Second base side, I should say, was headed that route.
Put save by McCreekin, kicked it off. And the Rams again with another runner on with the beef of the order. Here's a guy that might just say, you know what, I'm swinging fastball first pitch here, seeing what happens.
McCreekin looks in out of the stretch, runner on Bell. Side at 1 at the top of the ninth with 1 out. Thomas Weber, the catcher. It's going to be a wild pitch that gets away. And that could be extra bases. No one's going to be waved around at third base. It goes all the way to the fence. McCreekin to get it. And then diving into third will be Reed Millwood.
That was not Landon Thomas screaming back there. We can verify. He's listening.
Sounded like him.
Sounded like him. Wasn't him. And now here again, same story, different inning. Rams with a runner at third and 1 out. Can they squeeze a run over the plate?
A 1-0 count for Thomas Weber, the Ram catcher, the senior, against Mason McCreekin, the senior pitcher for the Orphans.
For you Cardinal fans, Albert Pujols just hit number 499 in his career for the home run. Can the Rams get a fly ball? We'll find out.
This one is going to be ripped through the left side of the infield. The go-ahead run will score on the RBI single by Thomas Weber. And the guy who is probably the most due just collected.
Nice. Good piece of hitting, and nice to see him swing that stick.
Mom's happy over to our left.
Yeah.
As we figured she would be.
She's jacked.
Sam Storm will be your personal runner for Weber. 2-1, Rams on top of the ninth. 1 out for Jake Pike. Had a home run in the third. That was 6 innings ago. Doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
No.
This game's moved relatively quickly in terms of that being an extra innings. I'll check on the runner at first. Storm. That's nothing doing over there. Just gets back to the head first dive. Community First Bank, again, your official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Thankful for them to be aboard our broadcast. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. As this will come inside, catches the corner to the left-handed Pike. It's 0-1. Of course, you heard the Lady Rams lost to the Annies 10-7. That game was on Wiley 12-10. So will the May 13th game. 0-1 coming, and Pike's going to rip this one. Could be trouble for the center fielder. Storm is going to be waved around second, headed for third. Pike is going to be on his heels into second base. They're going to wave Storm around. Pike's going to throw to third base. It'll be an RBI triple for Jake Pike, and the Rams take a 3-1 lead.
Mason McCreekin's getting the baseball up in the zone, and number 4, Weber and Pike made him pay. The Rams have exploded for 2 runs here in the ninth.
So yet again, the Rams have a runner on third and 1 out. The umpteenth time today. 3-1 ball game. Rams has played at 2 here in the top of the ninth inning. With another run of the insurance variety, Jake Pike on third for Braden Smith. Shows bunt. It's going to be down the third base line. If the runner's going, that's not a huge deal. It'll be 0-1 to Braden Smith. An RBI single by Weber, an RBI triple by Pike gives the Rams a 3-1 lead here in the top of the ninth inning. McCreekin's trying to get the Orphans out. They get to the bottom half. This is going to be a ground ball. Takes a tough luck hop off of the mid of Davis in the left field. And it's 4-1 Rams on the RBI single by Braden Smith.
3 straight RBI singles, and the Rams have blown it open here in the ninth. They wasted a lot of chances, but somehow managed to make them pay here in the ninth. Better late than never, I guess.
Derek Hayes led off the 8th with a single. Bats here in the ninth, up 4-1. They'll check on the runner at first. Not much doing. Another instant classic between the Rams and the Orphans. Here in the top of the ninth, 4-1. Runner on first, one out. They check again. Yeah, very little going on over there. Can't blame Mason Freakin for the effort. Saturday Sports Show is back Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. This one's going to be popped up by Hayes, left side. Miller will head out to left field and call off the left fielder. Wait, and it'll be off the glove. Tough luck for the Orphans. Yeah. That'll allow Hayes to get a board on the air.
Yeah. That is called E6. Had to be him. Left fielder was back there and not in any hurry to get up to that ball. And once he had to go back so far, he just knew that it was going to be trouble. The wheels had come off the proverbial wagon for Centralia in this inning. Now Blake Jones hitching after doubling back in the sixth. Here in the top of the ninth, 4-1 Rams, 2 on, 1 out. Missed a play. I was actually left hanging and just chopped it foul down the third base side for 0-1. Four to 1 Rams here in the top of the ninth. We've gone to extras, and the Rams have played at 3 in the top half of inning number 9. The Orphans will have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Here comes Jones, going to pop this one up. Should be infield fly. And the grab for good measure will be made by B.J. Smith. Be greedy. Get another one. Oh, Twitter followers, Weber, Pike, jumping in here. So what you're saying is a good karma to follow at WMIX Sports on the Twitterverse. 2 on, 2 out, top 9. A chance here for Zach Brookman. Runners on first and second as the Rams have scored 3, looking for some more. They've stranded 11 today. They've gotten 3 crucial atop across the plate here in the ninth. Brookman will take low in the dirt. It's 1-0. Four runs on 12 hits today for the Rams. The bats have come alive. And now another hit in the left center field is going to score a run. Here comes Braden Smith. He trips around third. Going to have to get up because behind him is the runner Hayes. Smith has plenty of time. He'll stroll across the plate. Into third base will go Brookman on the triple. And across home plate comes Derek Hayes, and the Rams take a 6-1. Oh, poor Derek Hayes. He's going to get hammered in the dugout because the base tripped him up. He's getting pounded, yeah.
He's good.
Oh, Smith tripped?
Smith got all tripped up.
Oh, no, that'll be bad for him. As his teammates will make fun of him running the bases, and the Rams have exploded here, and Mason McCreakin's out there. He'll have to finish this mess. What a ninth inning for the Rams. Better late than never.
So Connor Story comes back in and swings and misses the first offering for 0-1.
Start this inning.
The spot in the order's due. Runner on third, 2 outs for the Rams. They've scored 5 in the ninth. And that's going to be shot down the left side. Davis, some trouble off the hop. In the way of Miller. He screened the shortstop. Miller couldn't make the play, actually. Yeah, Miller couldn't make the play, and the Rams get another across.
That ball was Baltimore chopped up in the air, and Davis got blocked by the sun. You could see him flinch. By the time he flinched, he lost it. Infield hit. 7-1 Rams.
Back to the top of the order. The Rams have batted around here in the ninth. We'll check on the runner at first. Story gets back, and that was just a tough play for the Orphan shortstop as the Orphan third baseman lost it.
And you could tell when the runner got picked off. Strike swing, he missed there. You could tell when the runner got picked off in the bottom of the 8th, kind of took the wind out of the sails of the Orphans.
I kind of wondered about that. I think we even talked about it briefly off the air as the 0-1 comes. That's going to be over the head of Ryan Campbell's 1 ball, 1 strike.
McCreakin's rattled here, giving up these runs. A couple of tough luck plays in the outfield and the infield, and the Rams have made them pay.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Rams with a 7-1 lead as this is going to be hit just fouled on the third base line. Campbell believes he had his pitch, and the count's 1-2. Rams and Central Cougars tomorrow at 3 Central. 4:15 pregame right here on WMIX. If you're an Orphans fan listening, of course, the Orphans have Edwardsville tomorrow on the Big 12-10 and Wiley1210.com. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this one, Campbell reached for it. It's going to be a foot race back to the bag. Quick scoop to McCreakin. Can't come up with it. Campbell safe at first.
That's an error. I'm going to say he won on the drop. That's the case there where Smith is too far away from the bag. Credit Campbell for hustling down the line, and Smith makes the pitch to McCreek, and it was way too close for the option pitch that time.
2 errors now on the day for the Orphans. They have 1 run on 4 hits, and have run themselves off of the base paths, not stranding a single runner as Millwood stands in. He got it going with a single.
Mm-hmm.
A pair of wild pitches, was able to get to third. 1-0 with 2 outs. He'll take another high, and it quickly becomes 2 balls, no strikes. Things have gotten away here in the ninth. 7-1, Rams on top. You're just joining us. It was 1-1 coming into the inning, obviously, as it was tied. And now McCreek out of the stretch on the 2-0, gets a strike across the plate for 2-1.
Yeah, wind out of the sails. McCreek is going to be nearing the 100-pitch mark, so he'll be done for the next couple of days. Orphans gambled, used him.
The 2-1 on the way. He's going to curve inside and miss.
Supper time strike at 9-inning game. Usually that gets called.
3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. 2 aboard for the Rams, top of the ninth. They've scored 6 times to make it 7-1, and now a 2-out walk.
You got to wonder right now how much is left in the tank from McCreek, and not only mentally but physically right now. Coach Kottmeyer not coming out, and here's Thomas Weber.
Has an RBI single to give the Rams the lead. Bases juice for Thomas Weber. 2 outs in the ninth, and he will just get underneath the pitch, sending it foul.
That was one of those, if he'd have caught it, it landed out there on the little highway that turns into Spray Field. Man, he just missed it. A little better swing here in the last 2 or 3 at-bats for Mr. Weber.
Gave us brief before the game. And
well, I mean, have you seen his baseball bag? It looks like a house.
Yeah.
Portable house.
Might be a tent in there, too.
Well, that was another name given to it.
0-1 count. Just missed the breaking pitch. There's nothing in 2.
Oh, my gosh. He'll have to tie his shoes. He swung so hard that time he came out of his shoes. He'll have to retie him. They loosened up.
2 outs, bases loaded here in the ninth. Rams lead at 7-1. And now, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Final chance for the Orphans with Davis, Overmeyer, and Miller due up. 7-1 Rams. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Count on us. Yes, you can.
Chrysler continues to raise the bar with huge incentives. Hi, Roy Schmidt Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Chrysler is offering a $3,000 rebate on all new 2014 Dodge Avengers, plus an additional $500 when you finance through Chrysler Capital. That's $3,500 in incentives on the all-new 2014 Dodge Avenger. Bring in your trade, even if you owe $9,000 more than it's worth. Our finance department will get to work for you and find the best rate and payment possible. Come talk to one of our sales associates and see how you can drive away in one of our over 25 in-stock 2014 Dodge Avengers. We are at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back to the bottom of the ninth inning from Spray Field. The Rams jump out on top 7-1 with 6 runs across the dish in the top half of the ninth. WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. So glad you could join us. As for the Orphans, will be Kyle Davis, Ryan Obermeyer, and Ryan Miller in the Centralia lineup. 7 runs on 14 hits with 1 error. 14 left on base for the Rams. As the first pitch misses inside to the right-handed Davis for 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors, none stranded for the Orphans. Fulkerson trying to get the complete game here at 9 innings of work. Throws a pitch across the inside half of the plate. It's 1-1.
93 pitches, now 95 for Mr. Fulkerson.
A 1-1 coming. Right across the plate for 1-2. Why not make it his last?
Well, again, you go to the pickoff runner by Centralia on the fake play, really took him out of it.
Swung on a miss, a sidearm fastball, and that'll be the first out for the Orphans. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them in Mount Vernon, Dick Swip on the 9. Welcome back to Personal Banking, your hometown team. 1 out, nobody on for Ryan Obermeyer. Takes a strike across the outside corner, 0-1.
Money time for the Rams. Mentally, the Orphans lost it.
Quick ground ball to Campbell. Picks it up. Tough transition. Throw is on the mark. Had to wait for the call from the umpire. 6-3.
Mount Vernon got their hits. A couple of plays, couple of things in that top of the ninth. You could tell them Centralia was kind of out of it mentally as they're down to their final out.
Last chance for the Orphans, barring 6 runs in this final out. We're going to the Schmidt-Chevrolet postgame show after this half inning. Schmidt-Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Find all their inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com. 1-0. Just catches the inside corner. The right-handed shortstop, it'll be 1-1. He is actually 1 for 3 today. Singleton scored the lone Orphan run back in the 4th. Tab third base side. Hayes can't get to it. Campbell will have a tough play. He's not going to make the throw. And that was another situation where the third baseman having issues with the sun. Screen the shortstop. There was really nothing the left side of the infield could do there.
Yep. Great thing to do, but eat it. That's a good, smart play to eat it. Don't give them extra bases. You are close to having this one wrapped up.
1 run, 5 hits now. 2 errors for the Orphans. They've not stranded a run. They kept running into outs earlier. Now Trip Kessler with 2 outs and a runner on first, trying to keep the Orphan hopes alive in the bottom of the 9th with a 6-run deficit. Fulkerson looking for the complete game win. There's a pitch across the outside corner to the left-handed batter. Fulkerson looking to go to 3-1. 0-2 down to the final strike, and this one's going to be sent the opposite way. Not much left fielder Brookman could do, but watch it drop in front, and that'll be another 2-out base hit.
Keeping in front of you, 6th hit of the day for the Orphans.
And then Mason McReekin will stand in. 2 outs and 2 aboard here in the 9th. 7-1 game. Trying to do what he can to help erase his name off with a losing decision. I have a feeling the Orphans are not done. Here comes Fulkerson out of the stretch. This will be tapped down the third base side for a strike. Orphans have Edwardsville tomorrow, if I recall correctly, here at home. The Tigers have a conference game Thursday and then head to North Clay on Friday. JV will have Odin on Friday. As the 0-1 comes, swung on a miss. It's 0-2 for the Rams. They head to Breeze Central tomorrow. We have that game. They also have their game with Alsop on Thursday, and then they'll take a few days off until a busy week next week. 0-2 coming. Curveball out in front of it, McReekin. It's going to be off. A bad hop in the left field off of the shortstop Campbell, and 1 run's going to come in to score. It's 7-2. Well, not done yet. 6. In front. 7-2. Things keep going. Stranger things have happened in this game of baseball. So now the last Orphan chance is Sean Carey, and these last chances keep getting extended to the Orphans here in the bottom of the 9th. 6 runs across in the top half. The Orphans already have 1 run across, but now with runners at the corners and 2 outs, trying to get the Rams in a precarious position. Sean Carey, of course, is 0 for 3 today. Takes the first pitch up, and it's 1-0. And you get a situation, you get another run, and another runner or 2 on. Watch out. Don't want to get in that situation here. We await the 1-0 from Fulk. There it is, and it's going to just miss outside of the right-handed batter. 2-0. Case here, when you get 6 in the top half of this inning, maybe Mount Vernon had a little mental lapse, let down a little bit here. That'll just miss. 3-0 now. Trouble brewing, Little Abner. 3 balls, no strikes, a hitter's count for Sean Carey, B.J. Smith in the on-deck circle. At least that's spot in the order. Well, and a 2-out walk to put the bases loaded. Well, this gets kind of interesting. 1 swing of the bat, you're back to within 1. Well, the Rams-Orphans game, you never totally feel safe until the game is over. No. You're not feeling real safe right now either. Tying run in the on-deck circle for the Orphans. B.J. Smith will stand in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Action in the bullpen for Mount Vernon as Brock Fulkerson starts to get to that pitch limit. Maybe 1 more hitter he'll face, maybe not. See who this is going to be. But Brock Fulkerson will say, I'm good, get back in the dugout. Visits the mound will be presented by the Medicine Shop, Mount Vernon, 2339 Broadway. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the local area sports, as well as the Mount Vernon community. Mark's like, what are you doing out here, Coach?
You know me. This might be I was going to say, you can't pull it now. Probably walked out to kind of settle him down, give him a little extra breather. The long sauntering steps of Tim Holloway will go back to the third base dugout.
2 outs, the bases loaded here in the bottom of the ninth. B.J. Smith heads to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today.
And maybe one more batter. We shall see.
Tying run in the on-deck circle for the Orphans. Last chance, 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. This is a major league scenario. It's almost what you dream of. Which I think everybody dreams of walking off of the grand slam at the bottom of the ninth. So 2 more batters to get to that point. Nothing in 1 count. That's going to hit a runner in. Right off of the fist to Smith, and he'll take his base. And Kessler will come in to score. It's 7-3.
Well, that's not what Brock wanted. And this thing gets a little more interesting now. The tying run's at the plate. Yeah-oh. We'll think about hitting a grand slam and going more innings. Ryan White will stand in, the catcher. Tying run at the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the ninth. Takes the first pitch up, and it's 1-0. Well, this inning started with 2 quick outs. Strikeout and a ground out.
But 1-0 catches the plate, and it's 1-1 here. It's Fulkerson's to lose at this point. With 2 outs and the bases loaded in the ninth, 7-3 as the Orphans have scored twice, down to their final out multiple times. As the 1-1 will be lifted into center. Blake Jones on the run, and he'll make the grab. And this one ends in 9 innings with the Rams taking a 7-3 win. We'll come back and talk about it in your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
welcome you back to the Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. Good to converse for a moment with Centralia Athletic Director and head boys basketball coach Lee Bennett for a moment after the game. What a great one we had for you here today on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. The Rams victorious over the Centralia Orphans, 7-3 and 9 in a Schmidt Chevrolet on the corner. It's right there next to WMIX, 2423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Big win for the Rams, DC. They are now 3-2 in conference play, 11-9-1 overall. The Orphans dropped to 6-8. They are now 3-2 in the South 7 Conference.
Yeah, they needed that. Somebody went down the outfield running sprints, had a collision or a slip or something. Hopefully they're okay for the Rams. It's a slow get up. That's what happened to your run. That's not good. Anyway, Mount Vernon has not to. Yeah, 7 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors. If you can believe this, Mount Vernon left 14 players on base. Centralia, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They left 3 on base. That was the last part of that last inning. Brock Fulkerson gets the win, goes the distance 9 innings. Mason McCreakin gets the loss in relief in a game that took 2 hours. Mount Vernon defeats Centralia today, 7-3.
There you go. That's a look at your scoring and stats in your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. We need to take another break. When we come back, we'll have your Rams player of the game. 7-3 your final. Rams and Orphans now, depending upon what happens with the outs-off, tied for second place in the South 7 Conference. We'll come back after a quick break. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get at a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. As the Rams win at 9 innings over Centralia here at Spray Field. Your final score, 7-3. And we owe you a Ram player of the game, and it has to be Brock Fulkerson going 9 innings, complete game victory for the Rams. Indeed it is. Brock Fulkerson is your player of the game today. Gets the win and Bruce to 3-1 on the 2014 campaign. The Rams have Central tomorrow on the road. We have that for you. And then they welcome the Outsoft Crusaders, who as of right now, and after today, Marion Carbondale played today, right? Mm-hmm. So likely be 4-1. Still atop the conference, but solo coming in this Thursday. We'll have that for you as well. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, every pitch is right here. Lady Rams lose today 10-7 on the road at Centralia. Tough loss for the Lady Rams, who led 6-4 at 1 point. That's going to do it for us today. For Danny Czerwinski, for Hunter Schrader, for all of us at WMIX Sports, thank you for accessing our broadcast today as the Mount Vernon Rams beat the Centralia Orphans in 9 innings. Your final score is 7-3. I'm Chris Hugo. So long from Centralia.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXSports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.